What is up, my friends? How are we? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. Pleasure to be with you all. We have some big breaking news. The best goalkeeper in the world is back between the sticks. Mr. Alisson Becker returns to the starting lineup. I got confused there for a second. I seen people in the chat saying the best goalkeeper in the world's back, and I was thinking it's probably a bit over imaginative, but yeah, it was pretty good. How are we all? Nice to see you. It's a bit of an odd one, this, isn't it? The early kickoff. I'm still messing around with some of my camera settings here, so bear with me. I'm trying to get the filters right on the camera. So yes, my ladies and gentlemen, there we go. The words are just flowing out of the face today. So yeah, the team news is in. We'll go through it momentarily. The breaking news, I guess, is Arne has gone strong. Darwin starts through the centre up top. Alisson returns in goal. And that is where we are at. So we'll go through that in a moment as soon as I mess around with these colour settings on the camera a little bit more. There we go. I think we're good to go now. 1 second. Sorry, folks. Some last minute adjustments here just to make sure that we're all tickety-boo. Right, is that in the right place? There we go. Well done. Well played, everybody. Well played. You all figured out that I was testing you. You're on the mark. Well done. 10 out of 10 for everybody. Well done. You're all good. You won. You won. So when you go to bed tonight, there's going to be an extra little present for you under your pillow. Just look under your pillows tonight when all of you go to bed, and there'll be a little bonus prize there just for passing the test. Definitely wasn't my fat fingers hitting the wrong button on the microphone. So look, ladies and gentlemen, now that you can actually hear me, we're starting off great here today, aren't we? This is professionalism par excellence. Yeah, we are going to go through the starting 11, and for the first time in a very, 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 very long time, we can say Alisson Becker is going to be in goal. Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Joe Gomez alongside your captain Virgil van Dijk. In midfield, we've got Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Soboslai, Curtis Jones, Mohamed Salah on the right, Luis Diaz on the left, and Mr. Darwin Núñez will start through the centre. Now, don't worry. If you didn't realise I was on mute, you'll still get a present as well, so make sure you look under your pillow. I'm like the Tooth Fairy, me, but for stupidity. So, on the bench today for the Reds, Jarosz, Kelleher, Endo, Gakpo, Elliott, McConnell, Norris and Kwanzaa. Fair to say we'll probably have some stronger benches than that moving forward, but that is the bench today for Liverpool. So, Gakpo will probably get some minutes later. Elliott, you'd imagine, will get some minutes as well. We know that Chiesa wasn't available because of an illness, so other than that, he probably would have been in there. So yes, let's enjoy. You know, it's a weird time this is our one early kickoff of this season's Champions League. So for anyone who's freaked out thinking, what on earth is happening? You're not on your own. So what are we thinking score-wise, folks? Come on, let us know your thoughts. What are we thinking here? Surely a Liverpool victory, right? 16 points, according to the boffins who've ran the numbers, is what you need to make sure that you get a place in the last 8. So for us, a point would do that today. A win absolutely will guarantee us a place in the last 8, meaning we won't have that last round of 16 playoff. We go straight into the round of 16 as a seeded team. Loads of 3-0s coming in there early doors. Nice, we like that. Can we please stop talking about the Gary and Jamie stuff? You're the only one that's brought it up, mate. Nobody today has said anything about him, and then you brought him up. So, you know, the best way to not talk about them is by not bringing them up. But it's hard to ignore them, as you've pointed out, because, well, you've said ignore them. It's hard to, because they are quite annoying, and they also have quite a big platform. So, you know, their stupidity goes far and wide, but we'll try our best. Right, Tobias, how are you, mate? Said, fantastic to see Alisson back, but on the other hand, I'm not a fan of dropping Queeveen just the game after that mistake against Newcastle. Yeah, I think, Tobias, it was probably just a case of timing, to be honest, mate. I don't think he's dropped because of the mistake against Newcastle. I think they just coincided with with Ali being back for this one, unfortunately for Queeveen. So, somebody's just asked me to go through the Liverpool bench. No problem. Jarosz, Kelleher, Endo, Gakpo, Elliott, McConnell, Norris and Kwanzaa. Actually, quite surprising no Nioni there. But maybe he's not on the A squad or the A list, I'm not sure. So yes, that is the starting 11. The Girona 11 I'll go through momentarily. Gazaniga in goal, the former Spurs keeper. Then it's Francis, Krejci, Wanpei and Daley Blind making up the back four. Van der Beek, Romeu and Gutierrez in midfield with Asprilla, Brian Hill and Danjuma making up their attack. Look, that is a team we should be beating. You know, let's make no mistake about it. We should be beating that team. So let's hope we rebound from that Newcastle draw with a good win today. Nioni play with the 19s. He should have been in this one for me. He should have been in this squad. You know, you look at some of the players on there and I would have put him in there, but, you know, we'll wait and see. Mark sending me on the referee for the Fulham game. Tony Harrington's going to be the ref. Who's on VAR? Stuart Atwell. Fourth official, Tim Robinson. Darren Kahn and Steve Meredith. Grant, I'm fed up talking about referees though, so let's make a deal. No Carragher, no Neville, no referee talk today, and then we'll all probably be a little bit happier, right? Harry said, honestly, I think Kelleher should go. It's not fair. Well, he will be going in the summer, mate. So I agree with you though. It seems really harsh, but you know, ultimately we got to respect what the manager wants to do, and Arne's decided Ali starts straight away, so let's get behind that idea and just hope we get the win. Ashley said Kelleher has been absolutely brilliant, but it's great seeing Ali back. Núñez needs a big game today. I agree with everything. Ashley. Look, it's going to take a lot for me to be won back around by Darwin, but I did promise you I'm not going to be toxic about it. I'm just going to wait and see how each game goes. Hopefully he manages to bag himself a goal today. But in other words, even a good performance would be nice, like. But something to keep an eye on, by the way. It might not happen today, but if Mohamed Salah scores 2 more goals, he goes up to 4th on the all-time Liverpool goal-scoring charts alongside Billy Liddell. So keep an eye on that over the course of the next match or two. Mo's 2 goals short of equaling 4th place on the all-time Liverpool goal-scoring list. When will Chiesa play? I would imagine, Kurt, you might see him at the weekend. Now, he won't start, of course, because he's been out for a good while. But I would imagine he might be in the matchday squad. As soon as he gets over the illness, I think he's straight into the matchday squads. So, yeah, I think hopefully Saturday against Fulham. DCP, 1 second, bro. I thank you for your membership, by the way, mate. 15 months with us. Said, any news on Trent's contract? No. I spoke with David yesterday. I have no more information from then. I'm speaking with him again tomorrow, so I might be able to get a bit more tomorrow. But as I sit here right now, mate, I've nothing new on any of the contracts other than Salah and Virgil look like they're heading in the right direction. But I've been honest to you all the way through. I don't know anything about the Trent situation. 3350 in Shodder said, do you think we should go for everything? Personally, I'd like us to mainly focus on the Prem. So it's a difficult question because the FA Cup, we've got Accrington Stanley at home. You would hope we get through that. Then you're into the 4th round. League Cup, we're away in the quarter-final against Southampton. So if you get through that, you're not going to turn your nose up at a semi. So, well, whoever turns their nose up at a semi, let's be honest. So no, I think we should go for it all. But for me, the priority is Champions League. That's always my favourite trophy. But look, it's impossible to say let's just focus on the Champions League as an example, because it's kind of not in your own hands. It's, you know, knockout football's a bit different. Premier League, you know, you keep knocking off those 3 points, you keep picking up wins. There's a good chance you're going to win that league by the end of it if you keep going the same way you've started. So one of the big two will be a great, great season, and anything after that will just be bonus. You football community said, Craig, I can't feel my body, but I'm still watching you. Okie doke. You're going for a surprising 7-0. I don't think we'll beat them 7-0, to be fair. But look, a win is a win. A win today guarantees us a place in the knockout stages. So let's let's just hope we get the job done today. And then, of course, we have a few days before we need to get the lads ready for the game against Fulham, which is a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. What do you guys think, by the way, about the news that Chelsea and Manchester City and anybody that's coming to play in the Club World Cup could be seeing £50 or £60 million for taking part in that tournament, which is a substantial amount of money? Happy retirement to Ragnar Klavan. I think Ragnar Klavan's going to be like Klitschko and think about a comeback around the age of 48. Did you see that, by the way? Vladimir Klitschko's thinking about a comeback at 48 to try and become the oldest heavyweight world champion. Tried to take that record off George Foreman, I think. Was it Foreman who had it? I think, wasn't it Foreman? The Prem is always number one. Well, look, I know I'm in the minority because we ran a poll on this the other night, and I think 80-something% of people said they want the Prem over the Champions League. So I know I'm in the minority on this one, but for me, when I grew up and I started supporting Liverpool and you start looking into the history, and every image that I remember seeing was a European Cup being lifted up in the air. So for me, the European Cup, it probably, because I think it's also the most beautiful trophy in sports. So yeah, I've just got an affinity with the European Cup. But if you win either one of those two in any season, you've had a damn good season, haven't you? What's for dessert today? Do you know what? No, I don't know, mate. I can't really taste anything at the minute. I've been sick for the past week, so everything I eat tastes just like mushy, wet crap. So I don't know. I haven't even thought about food yet today. But we haven't seen Liverpool win the league due to COVID. Yeah, no, I get that, totally. Look, as I said, you win the league, it's brilliant. But I can't lie to you, my preference has always been the Champions League. But look, don't get me wrong, if we win the league, I'm going to be over the moon. Especially for the players to get to actually go and celebrate it. And by the way, don't forget, we've boxed this off. You know, we've boxed this off by deciding that no trophy parade this year on a bus. That's so outdated. HMS pissed the league on a barge straight along the Mersey. The lads partying on there. Calvin Harris on the decks in the background. What more do you want? No more bus nonsense. Don't have to worry about traffic or any of that. On the Mersey, get the boys on a big barge or a big boat. HMS pissed the league on the side of it. Job's a good one. Alisson needs to get up to speed after a layoff. This is a perfect match. Important to be ready on all fronts going forward, said Davin. I've a super chat from Liz. Let me get this one up, Liz. There you go. Is Sabrina enjoying being a firefighter? She's not into it yet, Liz. She has the course. It's been pushed back. It was supposed to be the last week of January, but now it's been pushed back, I think, to about the 11th of February. But she's made some difference in the gym, Liz. I mean, to see the transformation, not that she was ever anything other than in great shape, but you can see how hard she's been working. So yeah, she's excited about starting in February, and of course I'm immensely proud of her. Immensely proud of the fact that she's going to be, you know, allowing me to buy this new car as well, now that we become a two-wage family, Liz. Craig, have you checked out Milos Kerkez since the first news he's on Liverpool's radar? Do you think he could be a good addition? So have I checked him out? Absolutely. He needs to get rid of that Arne, first and foremost, mate. That mullet is not coming to Liverpool with him if he joins, so we need to get rid of the mullet. But look, I've always said the same thing. Whomever Arne wants at left back, I'm for it. If it's Milos Kerkez and, you know, 40 to 50 million seems to be the price, let's wait and see. What has worried me today, actually, Daniel, is some other links that have come up. So let me just talk to you about what these links were, and we'll go from there. So there's a couple of links today that intrigue me and also worry me a little bit because, well, the worrying part is I feel like there'll be cheap options again, but let's see what you think. So LFC Transfer Room posted Ecuadorian centre-back Joel Ordonez, Ordonez, has caught the attention of Liverpool. The player is a product of the famous Independiente del Valle Academy and is seen as one of Ecuador's next big prospects. So that's one lane we've been linked with today. And then LFC Transfer Room also posted Liverpool made an attempt to sign Mexican winger Cesar Huerta last summer with the intention of loaning him to Sunderland. The move fell through because Sunderland manager didn't want the player. His contract ends at the end of the season, but there's an agreement that he won't leave for free, so a January transfer may well happen. The player wants to move to a top 5 league in Europe, although the Pumas prefer to sell him to a rival, prefer to sell him to a rival in the Liga MX, as they believe they'll get more money. There you go. Gary Vice, how are you, Gary? Said, how does being knocked out of the Champions League and going into the UEFA Cup work now? It doesn't. There is no dropping down now. So if you don't make it into the top 24 places in the new Champions League group stage, Gary, there's no dropping into the Europa League. So 1 to 8 gets you straight into the play or to the round of 16 with the second leg at home. You're also seeded, so theoretically you should get a fairly decent round of 16 draw. 9 to 24, they have a playoff round to get to the round of 16. So 9 plays 24, 10 plays 23, so on and so forth. And then the winner of those two-legged ties get their place in the last 16 with the teams that have already got through and are seeded. So that's how it works this season, mate. And there is no dropping down into the Europa League or from the Europa League into the Conference League. Aaron, thank you so much, mate. Have a funny feeling Núñez will bag a brace and turn it around up the Reds. I hope so, Aaron, man. I do. I hope so. And thank you so much for your super chat, mate. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you very much. And I hope you're all ready for the festive season, Aaron. Right, I want to just say a quick thank you to a couple of people. Let's start off with a little thank you to our sponsors. So let's start off with that. As you can see, the festive season is coming around and our incredible sponsors, Manscaped, have got offer after offer to make that special person in your life feel a little bit better this Christmas. Why not check out the Chairman Pro package from Manscaped? You can get everything you see there on the screen, the balm, the razor, the bag, everything that you see. You can also get 20% off and free shipping store-wide with our code Anfield20. Or perhaps check out the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra featuring the Lawnmower 5.0, the Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and a couple of free gifts as well, the Shed Travel Bag and the Boxer Briefs. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide with a code Anfield20. Your balls will thank you later, I'll thank you, and your partner will absolutely thank you. So another thank you I want to quickly say is to you guys. After last night's stream, which went very emotional towards the end of it because of a topic that was brought up, I want to say thank you, because since last night's stream I've gotten a ton of messages and emails and stuff like that from people who didn't know my story about my parents and that kind of stuff, and just said to me that they were proud of me. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys for that, because it did help. I finished that stream last night and I was a tad emotional, I'm not going to lie, but to receive those messages really helped. So thank you to everyone that did send them. Really appreciate it. And I think I responded to everyone. If I've missed anybody, my apologies. I thought I'd responded to them all. Right, Josh, how are you, bro? Said, hi Craig, sorry if you talked about last night. I was on and was unwell. What's your thoughts on David Coop being sacked? I think there was no choice but to sack him, because, you know, he did break the code of conduct that he signed. I don't know if I'm getting soft in my old age, John, but the human side of this hasn't escaped me. As much as I was angry to see that video, and as much as I was disappointed, I know the trouble of addiction. I know it. And I don't know if David Coop has an addiction or not. You know, all we know is he seems to have gone wayward a little bit there. So it's been very heartening to see the PGMOL are at least going to look after the human side and make sure that he has that support on that end. Because if he is battling an addiction or anything like that, you know, most of us will have had addiction touch our lives through a family member, ourselves, or others. And I know of the battle and how hard it is. So I think we just, you know, he's sacked now. There's not much more we can do on that. You know, let the man go on about rebuilding his life now and, you know, looking after him and his family. You know, you can't ask any more than that. He was sacked. It's fair enough. What do I think about the England cricket team at the moment? I probably have as much thought about the England cricket team as I would have about the English Tiddlywinks team, as in none. I love your head. You ready? If ever you've set me up for one, mate, here we go. Drum roll, please. I love your head. Bum, bum, bum. That's what she said. Sorry, that's too easy. So, I love your head. That's what she said. And that's what he said. And that's what they all said. That's what everybody's ever said. Ever. You can't be teeing me up like that now and not expect me to take the low-hanging fruit. Come on now. Hey Craig, mate, I don't know if you remember me. I was sub for a few months earlier this year, but came on some tough times, but most days to support the best Liverpool content creator. Alfie, well, I'm sorry that you came on some tough times, my friend. I hope life's treating you a bit better now, and lovely to see you back in. A win will guarantee we go through to the next round. Yes, it will. A win guarantees us we will get top 8. 1 point will probably do it, to be honest, but a win definitely does guarantee it. But finishing first is still important, you know, because it does affect what seeded team or what playoff team you're going to face. So, for instance, finishing first, we've got a better opportunity to get a decent tie in the round of 16 than if we finish, let's say, 8th. So there is still benefits to finishing as high as you can in the table. Matthew said, you can't help but feel bad for Coo. 1 year suspension could have been enough. No, he had to be sacked. He has to be sacked. It's gross misconduct. He had to be sacked. You know, I'm sympathetic for the human side of it, but there was no choice but to sack him. And this is before we even talk about the yellow card stuff, which is a separate entity in itself. But no, you had to sack him. You couldn't rebuild trust in the PGMOL if he was still there, mate. You just couldn't. It's bad enough already, you know, because we're at a time now where even the Coot stuff aside, there are a lot of people feeling fairly disenfranchised with the PGMOL and the refereeing standards of the Premier League. So I just think it came at a bad time for everybody as well, especially for the PGMOL and Howard Webb. So yeah, I think he had to be fired. He just had to be. How's Harvey doing? He's good, yeah, he's good, thank you. We got him a new little Mr. Men chew toy because he loves teddy bears and stuff. So he has this like Mr. Men doggy teddy bear chew toy that is always with him everywhere he goes. Goes to sleep, he's lying on it. In his bed, he's there with it. Walking around the house, he's there dragging it along. He also has his advent calendar, which we give him his little treat from every day. He just gets spoiled, but you couldn't not spoil him. He's just amazing. By the way, I want to do a little shout out to somebody who isn't a sponsor. You know, I've paid for every bit of product I've got from this company, but Butternut Box. I don't know if you guys use Butternut Box or not, but I get all Harvey's food delivered from Butternut Box, which is a company that ship frozen real meals for dogs with like lamb, potato, all that kind of stuff in them. You go on, you put in all your dog's information. You know, they give you how many calories he needs a day. Does he have any health needs? And they make the food specifically for your doggy. And I've been using them for about 3 months now, and Harvey absolutely loves it. And he gets these little bags of sausages, these little treats. And if I say sausage, he runs over to the press and stands there looking around like, sausage time, sausage time. So yes, Butternut Box, if you're thinking of maybe checking out some new dog food, give them a look. I'm working with a salty Arsenal fan and I'm loving it, said Russ. Good man, Russ. I hope you're doing us all proud though and rubbing them up the wrong way. Hello. Well, I hope you're winding them up, Russ. You know, it is your duty, mate, to wind them up. So, I expect nothing less of you other than to have his head exploding, Russ. Sausage time, that's what she said. Well played, Bobby. Well played, sir. Don't mind them. They'll call us children, Bobby. They'll tell us that we're grown men. Feck 'em. You can't not be throwing out things like sausage time. That's what she said. I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. Craig, would you have made any changes to the lineup tonight? Well, look, other than the goalkeeper situation, which, you know, we'll all have our own take on. No, I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm not too displeased. You know, I had Diaz and Gakpo starting in my predicted 11. But I can see where the manager's going with it as well. Maybe wants to keep one of the lads fresh for the weekend. So yeah, no, I'm happy enough with it. It's a strong team, so. There's Brian, look, in like a big Christmas hero. Gifting 50 memberships. 50, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute legend, Brian. Appreciate you, sir. I don't know if he's in Florida yet or he's off for his little week's holiday, but I'm very jealous, Brian. Very jealous. You know I love Florida. So much love to you, sir, and thank you for dropping in. Colin Brooks said, grown men, rumoured. We never grow up, bro. Do you know what I mean? We don't. You know, let's stop pretending. I'm now, and I'm never going to grow up, you know? I'm going to be still, like, on my deathbed in the hospital, and the nurse is like, pull it out, and I'll be like, that's what she said. You know, that's what's going to happen. They'll be like, pull the plug, pull it out, and I'll be like, that's what she said. Never grown up. I refuse. It's my right as a man to act like a child. You should see me when I'm sick like now, though. I'm even worse, honestly. My missus, I go around the whole house going, oh, you sick and I'm tired. I'm sick little bunny. I'm not even joking. I lie in the sofa going, I'm sick little bunny. Craig, we'd love to meet you before the Lille game, said Danny. Yep, we should be around early enough, Danny. Keep in touch. We're driving to the game, so we're getting the ferry over. We're driving up from Holyhead, and then going to the game and jumping back in the van, heading back to Holyhead and heading back over. So, yeah, happy to meet anybody if you want to say hello. There's Jason gifted a membership as well. Jason Morris, good to see you got one of those, mate, and I hope you're ready for the Christmas season. I was listening to a bit of Christy Moore before we started, so I have a load of Christy Moore songs stuck in my head now. Right, a couple more super chats to get through. Forrest said, hey Craig, can you wish my wife, Lena, a happy birthday? It would be my pleasure, Mr. Hussein. Lena, happy birthday, and I hope you're being spoiled rotten, and I hope Faris has got you lots and lots of lovely stuff. No doubt he has, because he seems like an absolute gent. And have yourself a wonderful day, my friend. And sorry if I annoy you. Sorry if I'm that voice that you hear coming out of his phone or the TV and you're sick of the sound of me. I appreciate it. I understand it. And you're perfectly right to be annoyed by me. My wife is sick of me, but she can't put me on mute, unfortunately. So happy birthday again. Rob, Allison is back. Yeah, he is. I got confused though, Rob. When I was starting the watch along, I pressed go live and I seen in the chat, the best goalkeeper in the world is back. And I thought, well, that's a big compliment, isn't it? I haven't even started the stream yet. But he meant Allison, so I was a bit disappointed then. But appreciate you, Rob. Josie Coastal, how are you? I think I'm too nervous for this game and I don't know why. Thank you for being a member with us as well for 9 months, mate. I know you've been around longer than that as well, because I remember your name for quite a while. I don't know. I don't have nerves today. I think I'm a bit more nervous about Saturday because I want us to make sure we get back to winning ways in the league. Connor said, I get to put you on 2 times speed most of the time at least. Yeah. You know, if you've seen the amount of voice notes I send Connor in a day, you know, it's I'm a man of routine. So every day, same routine. Get out of bed, come down, ring Connor about 2:30, have my first cups of coffee, record the video at about 4 o'clock, have another cup of coffee, start reading up for the evening show, getting all the news in, another cup of coffee, and then we do a video a bit later on, and then we do the live stream. And every day the same. Connor gets called at the same time every day. Whether he wants the call or not, it happens every single day. Right, let's have a look-see here. What's this? A few stats Marcus sent me. Right, what have we got? Girona are Liverpool's 138th different opponent in European competition. Liverpool have won 15 of their last 20 away Champions League matches, including 10 of the last 12 against Spanish teams. Or, what have we got this? Spanish teams are winless in 12 against Liverpool, I think it was. So there's a few stats, and thank you, Mark. Engine77, or Engen, excuse me. Thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Appreciate you. So, again, let's have a little look-see. Oh. There's Brian, look. See, here's the thing about Brian, right? He's putting this in pretending to be nice, but he's really just fucking winding me up. I know he is. Much love from Vern, Laurie, and me in Florida sunshine. While you're sitting over there in Ireland in the miserable cold weather. Yeah, probably still eating my Oreo cookies that they got made for me as well, are you? Much love to Vern, by the way, and Laurie. Vern's his brother, by the way. An absolute gent of a man. Had the pleasure of meeting him. And yes, Brian, I am very, very jealous of you guys in sunny Florida. But I know you've earned the break, mate, and I know you love spending time with your brother. I have a question, though. Vern, should I buy a boat? That's the question, Vern, because Brian told me you'd be the man to ask about buying a boat. He said you love boat ownership and you're not at all having buyer's remorse about it. So let me know. Should I, Vern? Should I buy a boat? Liz wants to know, is Connor engaged yet? Not yet, Liz, no. Now, Liz, let me ask you a question. So, Connor's going to Paris for New Year's with his good lady. I'm suspicious, Liz. I'm suspicious. What we saying? Over to Paris, New Year's. Second time as well, I should say. Because they went over for COVID and couldn't do what they wanted to do. So, I'm a little bit confused, Liz. What are we saying? Wait, no, Kwanzaa are right back, but he looked so good. Come on now. Come on, Royal Warzone. But which wins do we have against Spanish clubs? Well, I don't know, mate. I'm just reading out stats that are being sent to me here. I'm pretending I'm intelligent, Rob. I'm not actually intelligent. Yeah, we beat Real Madrid. I can say that one to you. You know, beat them 2-0. Easy. Craig, the boat you need to buy is HMS Pista League. I'm going to wait till we win it, because then I can call it, and I'm never calling anything HMS as an Irishman. I'm going to call it Pissed the League. So we've already won it. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking ahead. And Barcelona, yes, of course we beat Barcelona as well. Of course. Right, let's have a little look-see at how they're going to line up. Full Christmas tree formation here for Girona. So it looks like a 4-3-2-1 for Girona, which is going to give us the wide areas but compact the centre of the pitch looking at it. I haven't watched much of them this season. I watched a few bits of them last year, but obviously Michel did a great job getting them into the Champions League. And hopefully today he doesn't do such a great job and we leave with the win. Craig, why don't Arne play Endo in these type of games? I can only repeat, mate, what I've said numerous times, which is Endo's just not going to make it under Arne at Liverpool. And this isn't a meaningless game. After tonight, they may become meaningless. But tonight, if you win, you've guaranteed your place in the last 16 and avoid the playoff round. So, I think the fact that we had a break at the weekend and we didn't play the Merseyside derby as well is probably one of the reasons. You know, the players would have got a bit of a breather there. And Gravenberch in the press conference yesterday was talking about the fact that he doesn't feel tired. He's feeling like he's getting fitter and better with each game going by. But I do think the fact that Merseyside derby was postponed probably allowed him to go a bit stronger than maybe he would have. Do I play video games? No, I don't. No. I don't have the time. My problem would be if I started playing video games and I got really into them, the channel would just be gone. Because I'm one of these people, I'm so intense that if I get into something, I'm all in. And everything else will fall to the wayside. So I'm trying to keep the channel as my only little addiction for the time being. Royal Warzone said, thin bench today, would love to see Trey up. So would I, but he was playing with the 19s earlier on. So, yeah, I was surprised maybe not to see him there as well. But let's have a look at the bench today while we're speaking about it. Jarosz, Kelleher, so two keepers on there. Endo, Gakpo, Elliott, McConnell, Norris and Kwanzaa. So, it's not the strongest bench you're ever going to see Arne Slot name. And by the way, that poll, should Craig buy a boat? I should point out, when I say boat, I mean like a few £1,000, something small for me and Lucas to potter around in the bay on. I'm not talking about a John W. Henry style thing. You know, I haven't got that type of money. I'm talking about €3,000 to €5,000 kind of boat. Mehdi said, I'm the same, Craig, with my ADHD. Once I get into something, I really get into it. That's it. I'm the same, man. If I start a new thing in life, like, the reason I worry about going on holidays is because if I get into a new routine, as in my day becomes structured in a different way, there's a good chance I'll just not return to do any content. Which is worrying in some ways, but it is the truth. Stargirl, thank you, my friend, for the super chat and for, of course, your patronage of the channel. Let me just grab this. You said, although controversial, the positive for the league format is that it's very unpredictable and gives other teams a chance. Glad to hear about Salah. Yeah, look, it's hard to have any complaints about it when you're perfect in the Champions League this season. 5 games played, 5 games won. You know, it's hard to be critical of any new competition, but let's wait and see how the latter stages pans out. My dad might have one to sell me. Maybe, you know. Yeah, so again, sorry, I'm getting distracted here at the idea. I'm actually thinking about the boat now, sorry. Is there any new Salah news? No, not that I'm aware of. Look, I think as Liverpool fans at this point, you could certainly feel more comfortable around Virgil and Mohamed Salah. Certainly with Virgil. I think I would be at the 90% mark that Virgil gets done or is done. With Mohamed Salah, as each day goes by, I'm genuinely feeling more and more confident on it because it just doesn't make sense for it not to work out. He wants to stay. He's doing great numbers. He's still the forefront of our attack. It just makes sense that everybody's a bit of compromise. We do know that Trent, Virgil and Mo have all received a contract offer, an initial offer at least from the club. So let's see how it all pans out. But I feel like those two, the first two, Mo and Virg, I think they get done. Connor, I'm not putting HMS anything on a boat. There is absolutely no chance I'm putting, as an Irishman, HMS on the side of any boat. It is not happening. So we'll have to reword that part a little bit. But the Pistol League part, no problem. Absolutely great idea. But I'm not putting HMS as an Irishman on the side of a boat. That's not happening. Eves Moylan said, Craig, looking forward to the game, especially with my new away kit. Nice. So when you say away kit, do you mean the white one or the black one? Either way, 2 good kits. So, and thank you as well for dropping in. Appreciate you, Eves. Mark, thank you to our amazing mods and community. Yes, Mark, the chief moderator for us, and wouldn't be able to do it without him. What does HMS mean? His Majesty's ship or Her Majesty's ship. So it's used for every ship in the fleet, or the Royal Navy, as an example. So it would be His Majesty's ship, blah, blah, Her Majesty's ship, blah, blah. So that's why it's not going on. Because, you know, I'm Irish. There's no royal family over here. So can you give my dad a shout out? I would if you told me his name. Thaddy, is that his name? Thaddy, if that is the name, sorry if I've mistaken. But yes, happy to, bro. Hello, sir. How are we? Thank you. Tom's gone 2-1 Girona win. Everybody boo Tom. Come on now, Tom. Boo. You don't believe that, Tom. Come on. That's wishful thinking. His, not her. Well, I said his. I said His Majesty's. And it was Her Majesty's when it was Queen Elizabeth. So I did say both, mate. You know, let's give me credit. You know, it was Her Majesty's when it was Queen Elizabeth. And now that it's the King, it's His Majesty's. LFC pissed the league. There you go. I very much hope we're saying that, mate, at the end of the season. That we did, yes. But we've got to get them on the boat. I'm telling you, it's the way forward. Don't have to have the strategic planning around the city of Liverpool. Don't have to worry about traffic congestion or any of that stuff. Get the lads on a big boat or a big barge on the Mersey. Calvin Harris pumping out tunes. Dua Lipa singing along. And just have them partying. And then comes to the pier head. Big crescendo. Jamie Webster. Boss night gig. The whole shebang. Big celebration in the city. Job done. That's the way to do it. Tom Goldsworthy said, look at the government surplus site for a boatloads. Okie doke. I will. Thank you. Appreciate the suggestion. Pissy McLeague face. I love that idea, the Bodie McBow face. That was so good. That was genius, Bodie McBow face. Craig, I can't find any news on Jota. I thought he was fit. He didn't travel, or at least he's not on the squad, sorry. He did train, though, yesterday, which makes it all very confusing, but maybe he's just not there yet. But, you know, we did see images of him training yesterday. Hey Craig, I just got a bad news about my aunt passed away after giving birth. Oh my Jesus, I'm sorry about that, mate. Oh my God. Sending love to you and your family, bro. That's incredibly difficult. Sorry to hear about that, mate. What is the thickest accent you've heard? So when you say thickest, you don't mean dumb. You mean like difficult to understand, right? It's got to be Kerry. Anybody from Ireland would probably agree with me. Kerry is probably, or maybe West Cork, but Kerry. The answer is Kerry. Some Scottish ones as well, but I'd say Kerry. Mike, the club needs to make you the master of ceremonies. You know, the club can keep fighting, but they're going to love me eventually, Mike. So, might as well give in, you know. I can body double as well for Arne if I, you know, trim down a little bit, Mike, between now and then. Mehdi, let me grab your comment up on screen, my friend. Keep an eye on Girona's Crecci tonight. Centre back from my country, young, tall lad. Love to see him at Liverpool, but let's see how he plays tonight. Right, let's have a look. What number is he? He is number 18. I'll try to remember that one, mate, and thank you for your super chat. Always good to get an insight on the opposition. Ella said 100% Kerry, especially the farmers. Yeah, if any of you guys don't know what we're on about, just Google Kerry accent. So Kerry accent, and you can thank me later. You know, even for us Irish people, it's difficult. Would have loved Mazzarazzo to replace Robbo. No, not for me. Not a bad footballer, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be on my list to replace Robbo. Connor said, find the video of the Kerry farmer on about his lost sheep. There you go. Tom Goldsworthy said, try talking to a Somerset farmer. There you go. So I think we're getting farmers in general here, Tom, right? So between us all, you know, we're zeroing in here on farmers by the sounds of it. Little reminder, Anfield Agenda is the biggest Liverpool fan watch community in the world. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, it's always nice to know. Yeah, and we're going nowhere either, except onwards and upwards. I've decided 2025 is going to be the year of Craig. So, yeah, Anfield Agenda coming in strong in 2025. Insert your own, that's what she said there. Bransfield, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, sir. Thank you to everyone that's joining us. Whether you've commented, whether you're watching in the background, whether you've become a member, thank you to all of you for all of your support throughout the last year. It's been another incredible year for us on the channel. And look, every day I wake up and I keep thinking the wheels are going to fall off. You're all going to forget about us and realise that I'm an idiot. But so far, I've managed to keep this on the road just about. So, of course, with the great work of Connor in the background as well, making it all possible. Appreciate you all. Who has the most subscribers? It would be Redmen TV. They have, I think, last time I checked, it was about 560, 570, something along those. So they would be the most subscribed to. I think they were actually one of, if not the first fan channel in general, like ever. So yeah, they've been around a long time, but views wise, we've overtaken them over the past year or so, which is amazing. Very proud of that. But so look, I like to think of it like this. In the podcast world, you're probably talking the Anfield Rap being the ones who are the most. In the YouTube sphere, it's us, then Redmen. Look, as I've said before, there's loads of great Liverpool content creators. Shout out to Anfield Index, Copish, all top people as well. USA Copbite said, I ordered my suckers. Thanks, Craig. I got a message from a friend of 44 Tunes to say that after that shout out, a load of people came in and bought them. So I really appreciate you all showing some love to the guys in 44 Tunes as well, because they've been very helpful to us. They've done the cartoon of Newlon and stuff for us. So, when they reached out to ask could we give a little shout out to their new LFs or Merseyside Red Super Suckers, we're more than happy to do it. What do you think about Elliot on the bench and not starting? He hasn't got enough minutes in his legs, Timothy, to start yet, so not at all surprised. He's been out for a while. He only got a couple of minutes in the last game, so you'd have to see him build up 15 minutes, 25 minutes, half hour, 60 minutes. So yeah, I wouldn't have expected him to be starting just yet. George said AA would benefit hugely with short clips dubbed in Spanish, Thai and Hindi. I mean, of course, just, we're a two-man operation at the minute, so it's difficult to do anything else. But, you look at Mr. Beast and what he's done before as well, and how he's, as you've said, dubbed these things in different languages. That's always the dream down the line when, finances become a bit better and, you've grown a bit more. We're still, I think, at the early-ish part of our journey, I hope. If It Bleeds said, are we in the final year of Andy Robertson as left back? I wouldn't say we are, but I would say that next year you might see him used a lot more sparingly. So I would say he's probably got another season in him, but I think he's not able for 2 games a week throughout the course of a season. That would be my take on it anyway, but sure, let's wait and see. Barring the number 1, what number would you rock if a pro? 10. 100% 10. If you're an outfield player, 10's the dream, right? So when I played outfield as a left winger, so because I was left footed, so I would always look for the number 10 or number 11. But as a goalkeeper, where I played most of the time, obviously you want the number 1. Are you still retiring at the end of the season? No, God no. I apologised and cleared that up a while ago. No. Look, sometimes I let these things get in my head, and I shouldn't. I let the negative stuff get in my head. I let the shitty comments get in my head, and I get into a dark place, and I feel like it's the right thing to step away. But I was wrong. I'm absolutely wrong on it. So I sat down and I talked about it all with the missus and Connor and everybody else, and just need a little bit of time to clear my head and get back to a better place. So yeah, no, not going anywhere. We're onwards and upwards, hopefully. Craig, if we win the league, can we get a 4-3 goal celebration against Barca? So I've already made a few promises for if we win the league. Like I think I said I'd eat broccoli, if I remember correctly, which I'm still regretting saying to this day, but I'm a man of my word. Can we get, I don't know, it might have to be a double before we get the nips out again. Pleasantly surprised to see Ali back in goal, said Finty Tin. Yep, it feels like an eternity, doesn't it, mate? Since we've last seen him, even though it was, September? I think it was just before the September international break, or just after it. But yeah, Ali's back, and you know, Queeveen did us well while he was there, and yeah, best goalkeeper in the world back now. And as I said all the way through, whatever our own thought process is on it, I'm going to support the manager's decision. Nikki, thank you. And look, right back at you as well. Just want to say how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But look, this is a two-way street, as I've said all the way through. If I can help you guys out with your lives in any which way, a little smile here or there, you know, it's important to me that you guys know that that comes this way as well. So thank you, Nikki. Does Craig like broccoli? Me? I detest it. It's the most evil thing in the world. It's vile. I don't know how but my wife's a big broccoli fan, loves it. I hate it, everything about it. Like, look at it, sitting on your plate, little soggy, arrogant little arsehole there, taking up chip space, looking all green, and oh, look at me, I've got florets. Ooh. No, not having it, mate. Not having it. Look at the carrot there, and you see a fine coloured thing, orange, in your face, bold, vibrant. And then you look at the broccoli, little limp fucker on the plate. No, not having it. Broccoli's evil. Broccoli's up there with Mighty Red for me. You know, I just see Mighty Red as basically, I was going to say human broccoli, but he's not human, is he? Scott Hill, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, bro. Appreciate you. The captain said, Craig, your decision to continue YouTube is an early Christmas present. Thank you. No, thank you, mate. Appreciate you being here with us. Do I think Trent will stay? I honestly don't know, Connor. I hope so. But, you know, being honest with you, I've no idea what to think or what way to lean on the whole Trent thing. I haven't got a clue. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned to you earlier on, a little reminder, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself the Chairman Pro package or the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, including the Lawnmower 5.0, along with many other fine things at manscaped.com. By using our discount code Anfield20 at checkout, you will get 20% off and free shipping. The Performance Package 5.0 featuring the Lawnmower 5.0, which lasts for 90 minutes, features Manscaped's skin-safe technology, has their brightest ever LED spotlight, and is even waterproof, will absolutely make sure that your pitch is playable for the festive season ahead. Sean Wren said, I'm from Kerry and I find it hard to understand. There you go, mate. The Healy Ray brothers, stick them in a conversation and let people tune in and have a look at it. When does the game start? It starts in 18 minutes. Oh, we need 408 likes. Sorry, I forgot to do the likes thing. Yes, we need to make sure we keep up the 1,000 likes, folks. So if you haven't, do take a second, hit that like button for us. Every game this season we've hit 1,000 likes before kick-off, so we want to keep the ball rolling. Can I read the subs? I surely can, but also keep a reminder, they are going to be going across the bottom of the screen there as well, but I'll read them out for you now. The Liverpool starting 11 is Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Darwin Núñez is through the centre, Mohamed Salah on the right and Luis Diaz on the left. On the bench for the Reds, Jarosz, Kelleher, Endo, Gakpo, Elliott, McConnell, Morris and Kwanzaa. I feel we will lose. Do you feel like you need to keep spamming that shite over and over and over and over again? Like, you feel like we'll lose. Got it the first time. Great, just keep your pessimism to yourself. Thank you. What channel is it on? I'm watching it on TNT Sport 1. How many signings do you think we get in next month? 1. Yeah, 1. And I say that with not a whole lot of confidence, but, you know, more optimism. How do I feel about the Keita downfall? I was looking at the other day, Evan, and he's gone to Ferencváros, right? In Hungary, if I'm not mistaken. It is an incredible downfall, isn't it? So, goes to Leipzig, does really well, gets a move to Liverpool, doesn't work out, somehow managed to fool Werder Bremen into giving him a deal, didn't work out there and caused some problems, and now off to Ferencváros. It just feels like an absolute waste of talent, doesn't it? Yeah, that's always going to be a transfer that I think fills many of us full of frustration and regret, because he was one hell of a player when he was at Leipzig. John Hayes said, Girona are a shadow of themselves compared to last year. Yeah, they are. So Dovbik's gone, and a few of their other players from last season, like the kid who went to Manchester City. But look, it's still a big game for them. You know, they're going to be at home. The crowd are going to be behind them. But if we're being honest about it, you know, we should be able to get the job done. They lost 3-0 at home to Real Madrid the other day as well. Excuse me, I just had to cough. I didn't want to cough down the mic. Right, we need 199 more likes in 15 minutes, my friends. So you know what to do. Oh, Angelos, don't do that to me, bro. Angelos, like winter greetings from Crete. Come on now. I love Crete, by the way, Angelos. I've been there a few times. Worked over there as well, in Chersonesus. So yeah, man, I love Crete. Haven't been over in a long time though, but very jealous of yourself and anybody that has some winter sun at the minute, because it is miserable here in Ireland. It's been quite cold for a while, so yeah, looking forward to, well, do you know what, my next holiday I have in the books is until next October, so long way to go. What's the number one signing that you think we need to make, said Ryan Hayder. It has to be midfield, mate, it has to be. It's the one position we've kind of kicked the can on for, what, 3 or 4 windows now? If you go back, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Caicedo, Lavia, Zubamendi, you got to get it sorted. So that would be the one for me. Craig, you better not buy a boat until you've surpassed the age barrier you've been talking about. Look, when I say a boat, again, I'm talking a few grand here. Nothing dramatic. Just something for me and my son Lucas to get out in the water. Because we live close to the sea, like, so. And there's a lovely little dock and all. So that's I just want something for me and Lucas to spend some time together on and chill. I've no interest in fishing or any of that. Just want to get a little something for me and my son to enjoy some time together. Because we both feel relaxed on the water. Order some scran, Craig. Perry chicken and Liverpool can't ask for much more. So I had some last night. I had some Nando sauce marinade on my chicken last night and whacked it onto the grill. It was delicious. No idea what's on tonight's order though, so we'll have to figure it out. Tomorrow's takeaway day though, so I'm very excited. I've decided I'm getting myself fish and chips tomorrow. Haven't had a takeaway in a while. What's the biggest fish you've ever caught? Never. I've never caught a fish in my life. Irfan, I don't fish. Yeah, I've no interest in doing anything on the water other than just relaxing, reading the book, listening to a podcast, chatting with my son. You know, both of us being on the autism spectrum, we find water very soothing and comforting. So it's just something I want to do to spend more time with my son. With just daddy and Lucas stuff. So yeah, I've never gone fishing, mate. Doesn't appeal to me. Although I say that, Irfan, I'd love to go. Bass fishing? It's, you know, the one where you're strapped into the chair and you're fighting again. I'd love to go with that. But yeah, I'm not a big fish eater or anything really, other than fish and chips, fresh cod and chips. That's about it. Naby tearing up United in the 5-0 win against Ole. That's about all he had though, Tom, wasn't it? I more think of Naby going over to Spain and putting in terrible performance after terrible performance whenever we went to Spain and he got a start. Marlon, that's the one. Yes, Marlon. That's the one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to go with that. That looks nuts, to be quite frank. I'm in Budapest. It's freezing. Can you give me and Blake a shout out? Said Will. Of course, Will. Beautiful city, by the way. My in-laws have been over to Budapest 3 times over the past few years. They love it. Think it's absolutely gorgeous city. And weirdly, they always go to a shooting club when they're over there. My father's ex-military, so he always goes down, and there's I think there's an underground shooting club or something like that, run by former army people or something. But yeah, gets to fire some cool guns and stuff in it. So always has kind things to say about Budapest. Will Chiesa and Jota be ready for the weekend? Chiesa should be. It's just an illness for him. So whenever he gets past the illness, he should be good to go. Again, I would expect, you probably will see Diogo in the squad for the weekend. So we have 10 minutes to go until we kick off. We need 102 more likes. So do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. We have to get up to 1,000 likes before kick-off. Again, want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20. Use that at checkout. And also, a big shout out to lineupbuilder.co.uk, who help us with our back-end system that allows us to bring your comments up on screen and stuff like that as well. So shout out to those guys. If you are doing out your favourite starting 11 or whatever, remember to check out lineupbuilder.co.uk to use as your tool for making sure you get the 11 you want. What's that? Oh, Brown and Haler. Cool. Thank you. Did you get some? Yeah, please. Oh, what's this?
No, it's funky.
Sorry, folks. Bear with me. How do I fucking hate this?
I don't know. That way.
Sorry. Brown inhaler there to help with the old cough and stuff. I'm ready to play for Kloppo now. I've got my inhaler. I'm good to go.
I've got the lucky jersey on.
Oh, Sabrina has the lucky jersey on. There you go. I'm wearing red. Scenes if that was full of helium. No, it isn't. The vape? It's not a vape. It's an inhaler, mate. It's the exact opposite of a vape. That's an inhaler, mate, to help with my breathing. It's certainly not a vape. Shout out from across the Irish Sea from Preston. How are we, Jack? Nice to see you. Do you expect that Darwin can still make it in Liverpool? No, I don't. I don't. I hope he does. I'd love to be shocked and see him turn it around, but at this point, I don't think so. Mr. Gamer, consider yourself shouted out, sir. How are you? Taking the same stuff due to my allergies. Yeah, so I'm going through I get a cough every time we change weather. So when it goes summer to winter, I get phlegmy, coffee, and get sick for about a week. And I'm just at the end of it now, thankfully. But God, it's been a tough week. Honestly, I've been exhausted. Haven't been sleeping because I've been coughing through the night. Brad Larkin said, "Hey Craig, much love your content. Very handsome and funny man. Very handsome and funny man. Also, any news on the mattress you ordered? Don't get me fucking started on those absolute arseholes at Emma Mattress. Emma, if you're watching this, you're scum. Scum. I ordered this mattress and these arseholes have said initially that it would be 3 to 4 weeks in October. Now it's the end of January. Every time I email them, there's some false platitude with no actual help. They're absolute... I hate them. I despise them. And I would say to everybody that's ever thinking of ordering any mattress from Eva, tell them to go and fuck themselves, quite frankly. So, no update, mate, other than me wanting to punch a hole in the wall. Because they took my 700 and something quid, lied to me over and over again, made my wife miss a day of training so she could be home for a mattress that wasn't delivered, and then just ran around the houses. And you can't ring them, you can't contact them, they're an absolute joke. So, Yeah. Honestly, really pissed off about that. Cancel your order. I would if I thought they'd actually cancel it. Or I'd actually get it. All you get is a bounce back email that says, we're really sorry to hear about it, but due to the amount of orders of Black Friday, your order maybe... I didn't order it in the Black Friday sale. I didn't. I ordered it before Black Friday, and I paid the non-Black Friday price. So I would like the mattress I ordered that I'd like to fucking sleep on delivered. Thank you very much. So no, mate, absolute joke of a company. Absolute joke. My dealings with them has been nothing short of frustrating. Yeah, honestly, I hate any company that don't have any way for you to actually contact a representative and say what is going on. Because that's all I want, is just to know what is actually happening. Other than false platitudes that don't address the issue and just kick the can down the road. Then you wait 4 more days for another email back from them. No phone number. It's a joke. Oh no, I'm not messing. I'm absolutely not messing. Someone said I don't know if he's messing. No, I'm not. I hummed and hawed for ages about Emma mattresses. Lee Gunner had one, swore by it. Connor had one, nothing wrong there. I ordered one, an absolute clusterfuck from start to finish. And the worst customer service I've ever had in my life. So no, definitely not joking. Definitely not joking. Right, Stargirl said, my mum loved boats. At 17 years, joined the Navy and didn't know in the 60s girls weren't allowed on boats. Should have joined the merchant. I'm sure she still had a great time though, working with the Navy. But thank you, Stargirl, as always. Checking in, lads. Good luck tonight, said Victor. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Yorkshire T said, thank you for continuing the channel, mate. No, thank you for being with us. Appreciate you. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we are now 4 minutes away from kickoff. Let's go through both starting 11s one more time. So we'll start off with the home side. Former Spurs goalkeeper Paolo Gazzaniga is in goal. Then it's Alejandro Francis, Krejci, Wanpei and Daley Blind making up the defence. Van de Beek, Romeu and Gutierrez in midfield. Then Brian Hill, Asprilla and Danjuma makes up their attack. For Liverpool, it's Alisson Becker in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Joe Gomez comes in alongside Virgil van Dijk. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. Through the centre up top, Darwin Núñez. On the right, of course, Mohamed Salah. And on the left, Luis Diaz. Sounds like getting a sofa from DFS, said Tom. I've never had any dealings with DFS, mate, so I don't know in all honesty, but it just annoys me, all these companies, mate. You know, there's no answering for them. There's no way to actually contact them and get a human to tell you what's going on. It's just kicking the can down the road, lying to you, one lie after another. Mate, never again. Never again. Why are we barely seeing Harvey? Well, he's working his way back, mate, from injury. So we got minutes in our last game, right at the end now, granted. But he has to build up that match fitness again. So I think we'll start to see more of him over the next few weeks. Unless you meant my dog, in which case that's a very different answer for you. So, again, thank you to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped, who will absolutely deliver your items without any hassle or fuss, and will be there if you need to contact them. And a reminder that you can use our code Anfield20 at checkout with our friends at Manscaped to make sure that you get that discount and that you get the 20% off and free shipping on your order. Will I be live later tonight? No, probably not. There's a possibility, Benedict, there might be a news video coming out later on, but no, we're going to do our match reaction, player ratings video and the usual stuff. So, we're about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't, do drop a like. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to do that as well. And yeah, another Champions League journey awaits us. What about Chiesa? So he's fit and available, Derek. He just has an illness, would you believe, mate? So yeah, I would expect him to be back in the matchday squad for the game against Fulham at the weekend. Didn't make this trip because of that illness. Elmo in the background. Yep, there's a long story about why Elmo's in the background. Eva, remind me to tell you about it in a little while when we get the game started. But yeah, Elmo's been big in our family's life. So I'll explain it to you a little bit later on. So all those things you can see behind me in the studio, they're all things from my life or Connor's life or Ben's life that we just wanted to throw in the background as a little nod to us. Alf said, Brian USA, you love his money, more like. Well, Alf, myself and Brian are actually mates and keep in contact and talk regularly and have met up. Brian flew over to watch us in Dublin. So, you know, it isn't a money thing. It's a respect thing and a kindred spirit thing. So, you know, a bit more respect from you, Alf, wouldn't go astray. Who's Ben? Ben was Draughty, sorry, who, you know, designed the studio. Who's the Liverpool player in the background? Looks like Bobby. It is Bobby. It's my Bobby Firmino painting, mate, that I have on the wall in my sitting room. I bought it. Yeah, I bought it a few years ago. The original painting, and I have it here in my living room. So that's why it's there. Right, we're about to get kicked off. Liverpool playing from left to right in our black away strip. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Ball goes back to Alisson. It's been a while since we've said that. Ali takes a few touches and then does the decent thing and launches it long out left side, where Darwin battles with it and the ball drops to Curtis Jones. I will sync up for everybody in a moment. That pitch looks really good, by the way. That Girona pitch looks magnificent. Will said, hiya Craig, I know you've probably chatted this week about Darwin, but my love for him is turning to pure frustration. It's got to be in the last chance saloon. I'm the same as you, mate. That love has turned to frustration. I think that's a good way to put it, Will. And I think he is in the last chance saloon, bro. So Liverpool knocking around now inside the Girona half. You can see Girona are certainly going to be compact, sitting deep. We're coming up towards the 1 minute mark now. I will sync up for everybody. So we are now at 1 minute and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 minute 10. Right, Gravenberch through the line to Darwin. Darwin turns into a bit of space but keeps the ball. Jones, he's now dispossessed. Girona look to counter. Liverpool step back into midfield. Couple of challenges in there. Win the ball left side with Darwin. Out to Lucho. Lucho cuts into the 18-yard box. Lays it back to Ryan Gravenberch. Ball dinked in, looking for Mo. Overhit and goes through to Gazzaniga, the Girona keeper. Bence, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my man. Appreciate you. Girona player goes to ground referee says play on. Dominic Soboslai now, centre of the park. Ball into Mo. Mo tries to flick it around the corner for Trent. It's back again with Gazzaniga. Liverpool looking to pen Girona in here and they pass the ball out for a Liverpool corner. That's a bit messy from Girona, but good signs from us. It will be a Liverpool corner on the near side. Stanislas, thank you, mate. Much love to you. Appreciate you being in with us. Right, Andy Robertson coming across to take the corner. It's a very limited capacity there for Girona, isn't it? With the upper stands not being able to be open. Pitch does look great, though. Right, here comes the corner. No, referee delays. He wants to have a chat with Virgil and Daily Blind. Right, Robbo to take it, gives the signal. Ball in. Oh, what a save! Oh, we nearly got the Gomez goal. Oh. Gomez gets across the front of the 6-yard box, heads it, and Gazzaniga makes a point-blank save and touches it over his bar. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought we finally had a Joe goal. Another corner. Again, in on top of Gazzaniga, who gets 2 fists on it. Robbo recycles it. Soboslai heads it in, cleared away. Oh, lads, I thought that was Joe's moment. He's going to do it this season, isn't he? He's going to do it. Well done, Darwin. Good play. And then he passes it behind Trent. If we keep a clean sheet today, by the way, Arne Slot has set a new record. 6 in a row in the Champions League. I think. At least there's some record for a clean sheet here of 6 anyway. The Liverpool profited. Craig, is it just me or are we much more free-flowing under Arne? I think we're more measured, is what I would say, under Arne. A little bit less gung-ho. Virgil now. To Joe Gomez. Gomez out to Mohamed Salah. Salah tries to dink one in over the top, looking for Darwin, but too close to Gazzaniga, who comes out and claims it. There was some stat FSG out that they were talking about that Arne has 5. If there's I don't know, there's some stat that if he's a clean sheet today, he breaks some record. I don't exactly remember which one it was, but there was some stat around it. I'm sure if we keep the clean sheet, I'm sure the stat will come out. I just can't remember what it is. Maybe it's 5 then, because that was our first game, right, against Milan. So maybe it's 5 in a row that would be the record. So maybe it's after the first game, something like that. Maybe. Trent, misplaced pass, hit straight to 2 Girona players. Girona attacking now down the left-hand side. Daily Blind, ball inside. Well challenged by Ryan Gravenberg. Salah now tries to switch it up looking for Lucho. He's fouled centre of the park. Referee blows up. Buster said, favourite game, Craig, Istanbul final or the semi-final against Barca? I've got to go for the semi-final against Barca. I was at Istanbul, mate, but I still go for the semi-final against Barca. Which I wasn't at. I was here with you guys. Right, so Eva said, tell me the Elmo story. Right, so it's a bit of a long one, Eva, so you're going to have to bear with me, right? So when I start going out with my wife, I knew that she was a big... Oh, hang on. Oh, Darwin with a strike. That goes behind them for a goal kick. Good strike from Darwin. Decent save from Gazzaniga. And it goes behind eventually for a goal kick. So when I start going out with my wife, I knew she was an Elmo fan. And she had an Elmo hot water bottle cover that she still has to this day. So fast forward many, many years. We have our own family. And we go over to Florida on holidays with the kids. My son Lucas, as I've mentioned before, is autistic. So we're in Sesame Street, which is a part of Busch Gardens. And Elmo came wandering along and he was taking photos with the kids. And Lucas wanted to get a photo with Elmo. So we went up to Elmo and there was loads of noise and Lucas, my son, was having sensory issues. So he couldn't take the noise, so he did this. And then Elmo did that as well in the photo. So the photo we have is of my wife with our son in her arms, him going like this, and then Elmo also going like this. And that meant so much to me. I know it was a character. I know it was a very well-trained person in the Elmo suit. But I've just, ever since that moment, that one little moment, meant so much to me. So yeah, that's why we love Elmo, and that's why he's there. Plus, my wife has like Elmo onesies and all. Like she loves Elmo. Anyway, back to the footy. Robbo. Come on, Trent. Come on, come on. Back to the keeper. Trent goes back to Allison. Trent to Gomez. Back to Virgil. Back out to Trent. Up the line looking for Soboslai. Little bit over hit. Go on, Dom. Chase it. Chase it. Wins it back. Well done, Dom. Gravenberg. Darwin. He's looking for support. Little 1-2. Salah. Jones. Again, you can see how compact there, by the way. Girona are. Everybody back behind the ball, giving Liverpool the wide areas as we look to try and find a way through. There's my wife, by the way, in her Elmo onesie, as promised. So I wasn't lying to you. She does love a bit of Elmo. See? Did I tickle her? Well, that's one word you could use. Girona now on the attack. Ball in. Oh! Ali! Oh! Second time Ali falls on it and gets the save in the end. I think it was Danjuma with the strike. That was a warning sign. Now we're on the attack. Salah. He tries a volley. Just drags it wide. Unlucky. Unlucky. Your wife looks taller than me. My wife's absolutely not taller than me. My wife's tiny, mate. She's 5'3". And here's the other picture. Let me get this small enough for you, so I can show you this one real quick. There's the other one that I was telling you about. The picture with Elmo, my son. Right, corner. Allison getting the boys in position. You're punching above your weight. Come on now, look at me. I'm fucking gorgeous, me, man. Look at these eyes. Come on now. If they aren't come to bed eyes, I don't know what are. But like I've always said, I'm very lucky, you know. Been with the same lady now for 24 years. And she still puts up with me bullshit. Girona on the attack now, left side. Your son looks like you. I should bloody well hope so. Oh, Girona in behind. And then eventually the flag goes up, I think, eventually. But yeah, we were a little bit fortunate there that the flag went up. But now we're on the attack. Diaz. Going backwards now. 24 years, lucky man. Yes, I mean, look, we were friends for a few years before that as well. What do you think about VVD and Mo's contracts? I think they'll get done. I'm very optimistic on them. Like a lot more so over the last week on Mo's. I was always kind of confident on Virgil's, but the last week it feels like the Mo situations is taking a turn for the better. I've no idea on trends though. Right, Gravenberch now, centre of the park. By the way, sorry for those pictures, bringing them up on screen during the watch along and all. I just wanted to kind of show you what I was talking about. So apologies for anyone that's just tuning in for the football stuff. Gomez. Got out the friend zone. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She invited me to a party in her house. She loves when I tell this story. She doesn't at all get angry about it. So she invited me to a party in her house. And nobody else arrived. It was just me, her, and a bottle of Smirnoff. And as I woke up very hungover the next day, that was the start of 24 years of madness, let's say. Madness, the right word. Danjuma. Do you remember he was linked with us, by the way? Danjuma, when he was at Bournemouth. I think he went from Villarreal to Bournemouth or vice versa. Here's another one. Last one, I promise. Here's the last family photo, I promise. Sorry. I know it's annoying. Just so you know, I'm not against a little bit of family play either. Look, there you go. There's me and a Cookie Monster one. So it's not all, you know. It's not just Sabrina. We all like a bit of Cookie Monster and Sesame Street. So there you go. Me and the Cookie Monster. Girona on the attack. Yeah, I'm very proud of my family. They're amazing. Girona have come into this a lot more over the last few minutes. Now they're on the attack. Cross blocked from Gomez. Second ball in from Blind. Another attempt. Allison with a big, strong one-handed save. Second one blasted over the bar. They've had a little bit more joy here, Girona, over the last few minutes. Allison forced into some saves and he makes a strong one-handed save there. Pushes the ball out to the edge of the box. It comes back to another Girona player. He hits it and thankfully for us it goes high. Gravenberch, God man on. Well done. Well done, Ryan. Is there a midfielder in world football at the minute who's more press resistant than Ryan Gravenberch? He's incredible at keeping possession. Oh, I like a comment from somebody, by the way, who said, "Don't you mean Cookie Pie Monster, Craig?" Well played. I want to find that comment because that deserves a shout out. Where's that comment gone? Who's the one that said it? There we go. Nope, wasn't that one. Oh, I can't find it. Sorry. Whoever it was, thank you. It really made me smile. So 18 minutes on the clock. We still await the opening goal. People getting a bit frustrated that we can't get out of our own half. We're a second half team, we know that, but I get where you're coming from. We started well, had control of the game in the first few minutes. Now we've let them back into it, and they're growing in confidence. So it would be nice to kind of put the foot in the throat a little bit here. Any advice on how to deal with bad anxiety? And this isn't the cop-out answer. This is a genuine 100% answer. Professional help. Genuinely professional help. And that's not a brush you off answer. It's the best way I found. Like I prefer talk therapy over medication and stuff, but you know, professional help is the way to go, mate. Honestly, it'll change your life. So make sure that, you know, start with your GP or whatever, and you know, then maybe go from there. But definitely professional is the way to go for me. Yeah, and I always hesitate to give people any other advice than that, because of course I'm not qualified and I don't want to give anybody the wrong advice. Why are you so damn cute, said Jake. I don't know, mate, but I'll take it. I'll take it, mate. I love our chat, our community, by the way. I love it. Just, you're all such lovely people. Corner to Liverpool. Robbo tries a cross. It's blocked. Goes behind. Liverpool corner on the far side. Right, boys, come on. Let's see Joe Gomez get that goal. That'd be lovely. Dan said, CBD has changed me. Still get anxious, but it's good stuff. Yep, I've used CBD before as well, mate. Couple of drops under the tongue. Jones. We went short with the corner, by the way. Oh, ball. Oh, so close. Oof, another ball in, eventually put behind from a Girona player for another Liverpool corner. Oh, nearly an own goal, that one. Diving header from the Girona defender. Puts it behind for a corner, but geez, that could have gone in. Peter said, love you for what you do, Craig. Thank you, Peter. Much love. Appreciate you. Corner. Trent to take it. Cross in. Headed away. Up in the air. Out it goes. Another corner. Remember, any fake scores, you get booted out. There's no way back in. We don't let people lie to our chat. So fake scores, you're getting a ban immediately. Another corner. Not great. Headed away to the near post. Soboslai follows up with a shot. It's blocked, but he's brought down. Surely a free. No. Referee says play on. Don't like that, ref. Don't like that. Thought that was a foul on Soboslai, by the way. I don't know how the ref let that go. Salah now, wide right. Runs at the defender. Crosses the ball in. Headed away again by Girona. We've started to up the ante a little bit here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. But it's a very open game. him. Man runs off with the ball and the ref doesn't book him. Fucking chancers. Drill Talk TV. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate. Jordan Lawson. Let me get your comment up on screen, bro. Beautiful family, Craig. Hope your mental health is doing good. I always struggle, Jordan, this time of the year because a lot of families passed away. But I'm alright, mate. Thank you. Appreciate you being with us as a member as well, Jordan. Thank you. Right, Salah, wide right. Come on, boys. Quarter of the way through this one, still scoreless. Both teams have had chances. Girona now trying to attack down the right. Robbo's back. Deals with it well, goes back to Alisson. Was Girona going to do something with Man City? They're owned by Man City, Pete. They're one of the Manchester or the City Football Group clubs. You behind. I know, mate, but it won't be from tomorrow because we're getting the Sky satellite dish put back in tomorrow. So no more Sky streaming, which should speed things up a bit at my end. So yes, this will be the last game that I'll probably be that little bit behind a couple of people. Because, as I said, we're getting Sky out to put the dish back in tomorrow. The streaming service just isn't cutting it for us. Right, free kick, Liverpool. Robbo over it. Funny you say that. My neighbour's getting that installed today, the new dish. Yeah, we tried. So, first of all, Jake, we went with a Sky Glass TV. And that wasn't cutting it. It kept freezing. Then we swapped to just the Sky streaming service and the normal TV. And it's been okay, but a bit glitchy. So we want to just make sure we can get back to the dish, which was bulletproof. So Lucho. It'll be another Liverpool corner. No, goal kick, is it? Surely that's a corner. No, my apologies. Lucho ran it out. Harry said, good to see our second keepers getting a rest. Thank you, Harry, for your super chat, mate. Where's Girona? Italy. No, Spain. It's not a million miles away from Barcelona. It's like on the outskirts of Barcelona. It's the Ryanair, one of the Ryanair Barcelona-ish airports. I've been to Girona, the city. I stayed there before. We had a house. We rented a house up in the mountains. Got 160 mosquito bites in one day at that house, by the way. Learned a valuable lesson about, making sure you've got enough spray on. Oh, cleared again by Daily Blind. 27 minutes on the clock. Still await the opening goal in this one. Van Dijk. It's all very compact, boys. We need to move around a bit. Diaz. To Trent. Salah. Back to Trent. Ball infield to Darwin, who tries one round the corner for Salah that doesn't make it. And then we overhit the cross and it goes behind for a goal kick. A little bit frustrated. My son goes on a school trip to City's ground tomorrow, so Wednesday top will be the icing on the trip. Is every school go to Man City's ground as a school trip? Because Connor, when he was in school, went to Man City's ground for a school trip, and it was that Crystal or QPR game, the Aguero, that game And they managed to get like 25 or 30 tickets beside each other for a season-defining game. There you go. And they're still trying to fill the ground with school kids. That's how desperate they are for a fan base. Uh-oh. That wasn't great. Allison comes out and clears it. For a club that's supposed to be so huge and great and well supported, they don't half go out of their way to try and, get people in to fill the ground. Imagine ringing up Liverpool and asking for 25 or 30 tickets beside each other for any game. Best of luck. Daniel, thank you, bro. Says support Man United but love you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. I can't believe how bad United have gone this year. I really, lowest position, I think, in a long since 86 or something in the league. Is the 130 charges true? Yes, it is. But that wasn't new information. That had kind of been around for a few weeks. We're almost at the half-hour mark. We still await the opening goal in this one. It's Girona 0, Liverpool 0, 29 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Danjuma now cuts in field. Trent goes with him. He's forced out right. Sport Everton, said Jensen, but still love you. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Gomez wins it back. Trent, infield, man on to Jones. He's brought down. Free kick to Liverpool deep inside their own half. Marv said we went to Charlton's ground. Nice. Darren. Top man Darren Coles. Thank you, bro. Virgil. It's weird to think that I'll be at Liverpool's next Champions League game now, because the Lille game is the next one. So, yeah, looking forward to getting over. It's been 3 years since I've been over to a game. So there won't be a watch-along of the Lille game. Just, get that out there early. Again, Girona taking some chances at the back, and they get lucky with a ricochet back into Gazaniga's hands. Oh my God. So, Chris Wheeler has reported on something from United that I can't believe I'm about to read this out, but here we go. United have also put a squeeze on Christmas with the annual £100 bonus that was brought in by the Glazers, replaced by a £40 Marks and Spencer's voucher. It's worse now, one staff member said. Another added, at least the Glazers prioritise families. That's shocking. So they cancel the Christmas party. The £100 bonus that they give to their hard-working staff is now a 40 quid M&S voucher. And this is how these fuckers become billionaires, by the way. Absolute misers. That's horrible. He should be ashamed of himself, Radcliffe. He should actually be ashamed of himself. That is disgusting. Those people, men and women working for the club, we're not talking about executives here. We're talking about, lower wage, hard working people just trying to support their families, and the miserable bastards won't even give them their bonus. That's just rotten. Ali gets 2 fists on that, clears the corner. Another Girona corner now. They have a strike, but it's blocked and goes behind. It'll be a corner to Girona on the far side. 33 minutes on the clock. Tyler said, way of the world. Remember when people used to actually get Christmas bonuses? Now it's a voucher. They're getting a price reduction. I know, it's disgusting. Especially with, you see the money United have wasted over the years. Like, how much did they waste Zach and Ten Hag after they gave him a new deal? I'm sure that would have paid all the Christmas bonuses. It's just, what Melissa Reddy said that fans are feeling at United is right. They're feeling like they're paying for the mistakes of people above them. And this now extends to the hard-working, employees of Manchester United as well. I'd be embarrassed as a billionaire to be doing that. Sir, as well, by the way. Sir. That's the type of behaviour you get from a sir. Brad said, enjoy the Lille game. Have a smashing time. Me and my girlfriend are going to watch the United game at Anfield in January. Mate, that's awesome. I've always dreamt of going to a United game. Never been able to get a ticket, but someday maybe. See Liverpool United. That's the dream at Anfield. Oh, Darwin strike. Oh, saved by Gazaniga. Thoughts on Mamadashvili's injury? Didn't know he had one. Is the honest answer, Aaron? Should have scored that, Darwin. Decent angle. Goes across the goalkeeper. Gazaniga extends his right foot and makes the save, but Darwin should have been doing better. Haven't seen a replay of it yet, but I'll talk you through it in a moment. Jones. Out to Salah. Salah with a strike. It's blocked. Ricochets back. Robbo strike. Blocked. Takes a couple of ricochets. Girona bring it away. What's this? So apparently Mamadashvili only misses 3 weeks, which isn't too bad. So it won't affect us in any way, but he only misses 3 weeks by the looks of it. Suleiman, thank you, mate, for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Liverpool on the counter now. What was that, Jones? What was that? Jones is on the way through. He's got runners left, runners right. And he plays the most tame, pitiful pass forward in a straight line, straight to a Girona player. We need to wake up a little bit here, because it's just messy at this point. Come on, boys, press. "37 minutes now, 8 to go plus stoppage time in the first half." Girona on the attack now, right hand side. Ball in, across left side. Girona managed to keep it in play. Cross, headed away by Gomez. Into the box, strike. Good save, Ali. Alisson again coming in. Like, that's a save he should be making, but a save he does make. It's a great strike from the edge of the box. Alisson gets 2 strong hands behind it, pushes it away from goal, and it'll go behind for another Girona corner. Well done, Alisson. Well done. Give me 2 seconds. Big man, 2 seconds. Cross in. Ali comes and claims it. So on the Radcliffe thing, mate, let me just grab this back up. So Chris Wheeler wrote, United have also put a squeeze on Christmas with the annual £100 bonus brought in by the Glazers replaced by a £40 M&S voucher. It's worse now, one staff member said, and another added, at least the Glazers prioritise families. So Radcliffe is a Grinch, apparently, a big miserly billionaire who's cutting bonuses, the hard-working staff, to make up for the fact that they pissed away a load of wedge on Ten Hag and shitty signings. The hard-working men and women have to suffer. Shocking. Trent to Gomez, back to Robbo. Another wasted ball in. Jamie King said, sell Núñez and buy Marmoush and play Salah as striker. What I mean, Marmoush could probably go through the centre, to be fair, although he can play right across the front three. Diaz, good footwork, but then he's dispossessed. Girona look to bring it away. Grafenberg brings him down. That should be a booking. I think this referee's forgotten his yellow cards. Like, if Grafenberg gets away without a booking for that, I'll be very surprised. Looks like he did get away without a booking. Do I gamble at all? A little bit, not much. Small little bits and pieces, usually on NFL these days, to be honest, rather than anything else. Come on, boys. 4 and a bit to go at the end of the first half. Trent, Grafenberg, Soboslai, cross to Jones. Salah tries a little 1-2. Again, Girona hook it away. Who's your NFL team? I'm still humming and hawing whether to fully commit to the Packers or to the Texans. One or the other. Packers or Texans. I'm on the fence. Do I watch darts? I do. My dad was a big darts player and won a few trophies and competitions. Not good enough to go pro or anything, don't get me wrong, but yeah, darts was always a part of my life growing up. I had a dartboard in my room since I was like 10 probably. Virgil into the left channel. Darwin. Gravenberg. Again, Girona find a way to clear. Did I see the FIFA Pro Men's 11? Yes, Virgil made it in at centre-back, if I remember correctly. Join us and become a cheesehead, Craig. It's where the best group of fans are around. So, I fell in love with the NFL and start watching the NFL because of Aaron Rodgers. So when I start watching the NFL, Rodgers was still the quarterback at the Packers. And I know he's a divisive character, by the way, but I enjoyed watching him as I was starting to watch the NFL. And then he moved on and Jordan Love stepped up a quarterback and he's amazing as well. But I would say probably end up going with the Packers in the end. Yeah, it probably will be the Packers, to be honest. But it's them or the Texans. I can't decide. Danjuma now. That's he's actually had a shot that's gone out for a throw. For a throw. Corin said, I'm a Texas man myself. There you go. Am I correct? We've got 2 keepers on the bench. You are, Gary, yes. We have Yarosh and Kelleher. Again, Girona looking to play out. Well done, Joe Gomez. Steps up and wins the ball back. Trent. Out to Lucho. To Robbo. Ball dinked in. There's nobody on the far side. Everybody ran near post. So we work it to the byline. Robbo dinks it in, but everybody ran to the near post and it goes over all their heads to the back post. There's nobody there. Salah. Lucho. Oh, we've overworked it again. Come on, boys. Gomez. Craig on the City stuff. Went on a school trip the other had a few years ago for a game. My cousin recently when City played Real Madrid. That is mental. That people like, and they say they're all sold out all the time, and they've got full groups of school kids going getting multiple tickets beside each other. Wow. Cross in. Again, cleared away. Half time. Referee blows the whistle. And at half time, it is still Girona 0, Liverpool 0 in a frustrating game so far for us. So we'll go through and give you some of the underlying numbers from the first half. Of course, ask you guys to let us know your thoughts on it as well. If you can, do drop a like on the stream for us and hit that subscribe button. Also, before I get stuck into all the stats and stuff from the first half, a reminder that we are being brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors at Manscaped. Why not treat yourself to the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra featuring Manscaped's lawnmower with skin-safe technology, their brightest ever LED spotlight. It does also work in water and, unlike me, it lasts for a full 90 minutes. With the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, you will also get the Shed Travel Bag, the Boxer Briefs, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. You can get all of that and anything else at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping using our unique code Anfield20. Scan the QR code in the corner or use that at checkout. Right. Let me just delete some of these pictures from earlier on, actually. One sec, before we get stuck into this. Delete that. There you go. Delete that. Oh, cool. What's this one? Oh, David Massett said, Girona must be one of the worst teams I've seen. Royal Warzone said, time to look for a striker, or is it Jota we miss? So, I know people are frustrated at Darwin, but, you know, as a team, we haven't been good enough in that first half. And yes, Darwin probably should have, scored. He did have a decent chance, but it's just been a frustrating 45 overall. It's been a little bit substandard, is probably the word I'm looking for. Elmer said, do you think Nunes could finish his dinner? So, I'm trying my very, very best not to get into any realms of toxicity around Darwin. It hasn't been good enough. He isn't good enough. I agree with everybody, but I don't want to be taking cheap shots at anybody. So, look, there's a more than valid argument to say to get Gakpo on the pitch. Absolutely. But we just need to be better in the second half, all around the pitch. We need to give up less chances. We need to be a little bit more precise in the final third, a little bit more composed, and have a little bit more tempo in our game at times. I think we're in and out a little bit too much there. We don't look like a team who's basically at a rest over the weekend. So, let's talk about some of the numbers from the first half. As you can see on the screen, thanks to our friends at Lineup Builder, 39% possession for the home side, 61 for Liverpool, 8 shots, 4 on target for Girona, 9 shots, 3 on target for Liverpool. Dangerous attacks, 33 for Liverpool, 20 for Girona. Corners, 5 for us, 4 for Girona. Total passes, 300 for Liverpool, 186 for Girona. Pass accuracy percentage for us, again, up at a nice high 91. Girona at 85. So there we go. There's some of the underlying numbers for you from the first half. But ultimately, scoreboard's the important one, and it's still 0-0. Mint Red Sky 99 said, love the channel, keep up the good work. Thank you, bro, appreciate you. So the XG, Girona 0.8 and Liverpool 0.77. So again, it's pretty close in a lot of aspects there. But we know we can be a lot better than we were in that first 45. Cam said, keep it up, Craig. As long as he's wearing the shirt, we need to back him. He's still giving everything he's got. I'm pissed too, but he's still a red. He is, but, you know, it's difficult for me, right? Because I'm in a position where I have to acknowledge that, of course, he's missed a lot of chances again. I have to acknowledge that people have a right to be frustrated, but I need to keep the balance on act, and I don't want to let it get into toxicity and hate. So it is fair for people to be frustrated by him. Of course it is. But as you've rightly pointed out, Cam, he is still a Liverpool player, and you know we want him to do well. But it is tough sometimes to keep making excuses or glossing over misses or, you know, trying to justify what should be good goal scoring opportunities being thrown away. Should we give Dan's a chance? No, not yet. After as long as he was out for, Crystal, with his back injury, he's only come back in recently and started to play again. I think you'll probably see him get a loan in January for the second half of the season. And then for next season, absolutely, it could be a possibility to look at him. Just need a quick drink, so bear with me. Just gotta take the inhaler, 1 sec. Right, sorry, had to count to 10. Watch the bench. No problem. 1 second, mate. Let me read it out for you. It's not a huge Liverpool bench today, in all honesty. So the options on the bench for the manager are Wataru Endo, Cody Gakpo, Harvey Elliott, James McConnell, Vidoslav Jaros, Quivine Kelleher, James Norris, and Jarell Kwanzaa. That's the options for the gaffer from the bench. Would you get Endo on? No. I wouldn't. I'd probably... Let me have a look again. Gakpo, you know, I'd give Darwin 15 and then I'd be looking to bring Gakpo on and put Diaz for the centre. I think you could make an argument as well for maybe dropping Jones back into the number 6 position if you wanted to give a breather to Gravenberch and get Harvey Elliott on. But again, I think you're probably talking 25-30 minutes there max. And after that, it's slim pickings off the bench. Chiesa isn't on the bench, mate. He misses the game with an illness, so he didn't travel with the squad. Can I have a contracts update? So, I don't know anything about Trent's contract. Haven't got a clue where we're at with that. We do know that all three have been offered a contract by Liverpool. That was confirmed by David Ornstein. I feel very, 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 very optimistic on Virgil. And Mo, pretty optimistic. If I was putting money down at this point, I'd say those two will extend. Don't know about Trent. Again, not trying to be negative there, just really do not know. Gypsy Corner said, Craig, what's happening with some of the big 5 contracts in Liverpool? Will you be watching the last game at Goodison? Of course, I'll be tuning into that last game, mate. And what's going on with the contract? So, on Canade, I think that's progressing very well, from what I understand, and shouldn't be a problem. I'm trying to think who the other one you're talking about is. Is it Diaz? To the best of my knowledge, there's not much happening on that. Certainly no rush from Liverpool's side at the moment. This is what I was told by David Lynch when we spoke yesterday. And the other three, as I mentioned, Salah and Virgil, I think will get to a place where they get done. And I just don't know about Trent. Do you think we should sign Marmoush in January? I don't think they want to sell until the summer. So, look, I would take Omar Marmoush wherever possible, whenever possible. But I think most likely it'll be the summer if he moves from Frankfurt. Unless, I don't know, a situation comes around that Liverpool maybe wanted to wait till the summer, but like the Diaz situation, maybe somebody tries to get him earlier and forces their hand. I don't know. Midfield's not the same without Maka. So Jameson, yeah, look, it was always going to be a little bit different without Maka there. He misses this game. He also misses the Fulham game because he's suspended in the Premier League. But hopefully then we get a refreshed Alexis McAllister back. I think he's in Switzerland on a little break, if I'm not mistaken. Frankfurt are also in a title race, I think. If my memory of the Bundesliga table is right, they're certainly top 3 anyway. So I don't think they have any interest in selling them until the summer window. Which probably works for us as well, because we're probably going to have to wait till then if we are going to move somebody on. For me, in the winter window, it's midfield that I'm hoping for the signing, and maybe a defender. They're second, there you go. I knew they were second, but I don't know. I didn't know if anybody had played since then that might have moved them. Marmoush is a versatile player. He'd be a great addition. So, there's two parts of the whole Marmoush thing that really fascinates me. One, he wants to come. Like, everything you read from the German side said that, he loves the idea of coming and playing with Mo and then succeeding Mo as the, hopefully the star at Liverpool. So, it certainly seems like he wants to come and play for Liverpool, which is always, to me, a big bonus. So, I think it's doable if the club find a way to free up that space in attack, because we do have 6 attackers on the books plus young Jayden Danns for 3 positions, and as much as I love Marmoush, the realist in me knows we probably need to free up a spot there before we could bring in another attacker. Fede will dispatch all these chances that Mo is setting up for Nunez. Well, hopefully we get to see him back soon. I don't think he starts against Fulham, but I'd certainly expect him to get some minutes off the bench. And then, look, that's the number 9 position through the centre for Liverpool right now. It's there for somebody to grab by the scruff of the neck. Whether that is Chiesa when he comes back, whether Darwin turns it round, whether it's Diogo. Somebody has the opportunity to make that position their own. Is Liverpool still interested in Ryan Cherky? I've never been 100% convinced that we are interested. Leon have big financial problems. And look, he's a young, talented player. But I've never really gotten much encouragement that Liverpool, when I brought up his name in any conversations I've had. So I don't think so, is the honest answer. Stevie Boy. When contracts get signed, that's the transfer win. It better not be. Yeah, because, the contract should have been done a long time ago. So I don't want to hear from the club that here's your Christmas present, the lad signed the contracts. That's great and all, but we're still short in midfield. I've watched Keegan, Dalglish, Rush, Aldridge, Fowler, Owen, Torres, Suarez, Mane, Firmino, and now Nunez. Yeah, we've been spoiled as Liverpool fans over the years with attackers. The ones you've listed off there, mate, just, what can you say other than wow? Have you seen the kid Antonio Nusa at Leipzig? Yes, I have. I have to say, though, Sesko, if you're looking at Leipzig for a player, Sesko would be the one that would be catching my eye anyway. Major problem with signing Marmoush is we would lose both him and Salah to the AFCON next winter, leaving us short up front. Certainly would leave us short, but if everybody was fit, we'd be in the same position we're kind of in now with 4 available. Plus, we may have Jayden Danns as well. Sesko will be expensive. Yeah, look, if I'm guessing, I'm guessing Sesko ends up at Arsenal. I think that, they've been waiting and watching him for quite a while, to the best of my understanding. Who's the most realistic January edition? I honestly don't know, mate. I haven't got a name for you that I feel confident to say he might come in January. I really haven't got a clue. Mohammed, let me grab your super chat, bro. Mohammed said, we look jaded. Luckily, we didn't play Everton. It is kind of confusing, Mohammed, isn't it, that we do look a little bit leggy, and as you've rightly pointed out, we missed that game. So there's no reason for us to look this leggy. I hope we figure it out at half time, like Arne has done many times previously, and we end up winning this by a couple of goals in the end. But it was a frustrating first 45. I don't think there's any denying that. The lads are back in the tunnel now, coming out for the second half. So big 45 to come. If we win this, guaranteed our place in the top 8, which means we avoid that playoff round, which means also that the game against Everton probably going to get shoehorned into that February 11th, 12th slot. Also, what else we got second half? If you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. As you can see, we've gone past 285,000 subscribers. We want to try and get to 300k as soon as we can. And if you can help us out, appreciate you. Drop a like if you haven't done that. And also thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder that you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our unique Anfield Agenda discount code Anfield20. Put that in at checkout or scan the QR code and enjoy. Right, second half about to go. No changes from the best of my understanding. Liverpool going to be playing from right to left, and we're going to have Girona kicking us off for the second half. Right, I'll get your super chat up, Mohammed, in 1 second, bro. Right, we're underway for the second half. Mohammed said, imagine if we did play Everton, how we would play today. I don't want to, Mohammed, mate. I don't want to imagine. Not great would be my guess. Right, we're underway in the second half, as I mentioned. I'll sync up for everybody at 1 minute. Ooh, Girona on the attack. And that chance was cleared by Liverpool. Shot straight at Alisson, but again, another warning at the start of the second half. That one was too easy for my liking. Straight through, straight at Alisson. Salah now, cuts inside. Salah, go on Mo, strike. It's not a great strike. Pulled across the front of goal. Robbo keeps it in though. Robbo. Back to Jones. Jones tries a curler. Too easy for Gazaniga. Right, I'm going to sync up now and then I'll read out that super chat. So we are at 46 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. V. Aaron said, hey Craig, hope you're doing well. Who are your top 3 must signing? Yours are Antonio Silva, Ederson and Marmoush. I don't know if I have 3, mate. I don't even have names for you. I genuinely just want position sorted rather than knowing the individual player. So, whoever Arne wants in midfield, I want that player. At left back, I want the Kuiper from Brugge, or ENQUIRIES, or there was another left back we were talking about a little bit as well. Bear with me. Then there's Carlos Baleba as well in midfield. Wouldn't mind him from Brighton. Yeah, I don't really have a list though. I just want whoever the manager wants. I just want these positions finally boxed off. Bit of a soft free kick there, by the way. Oh, Kirkes. Yes, sorry. Kirkes was the other one. Thank you. So, yeah, again, I like most of the names that have been linked. It's just, it's hard to know whether there's truth to them or it's just media speculation because Liverpool play their cards close to their chest. Smile, man. I'm sick, mate. I'm sick. This is a tough last few work days for me. I'm absolutely smothering under the weather. Plus, I need a reason to smile, right? So hopefully the team give us that. Jones loses it. Van de Beek now brings it away for Girona. Again, ball played out, left side. Appeals from Liverpool for offside, nothing given. Ball then played across the front of Liverpool's goal, where it goes harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Get a holiday. I had one last month. I was away in Turkey last month. No, October. And I was away in September as well. I was over in Spain in September and in Turkey in October. Salah. Oh, frustrating. Just runs into traffic. Any plans for Christmas? Yes, going up to the Sabrina's parents. We always go up there for Christmas Day. And then obviously working the day after because Liverpool are playing Leicester. That's too easy. That's too easy. That's shocking. Danjuma just dances in between our defenders. That is just... Look, he just goes in between the middle of Szoboszlai and Gomez. Just too easy, straight through. And then thankfully makes a mess of the shot. That's shocking. How did he waltz through there? Diaz now, left side for Liverpool. Robbo goes on the overlap. It's ball back inside for Gravenberch. Ham or turkey for Christmas? Both. Both, mate. I'm not having either this year, though. I'm having meatballs, believe it or not. Because Lucas wants meatballs, so I'm going to join him. Cross wasted, by the way. Straight into Gazaniga's hands. Who's Lucas? My son. Right, Girona. Look at the space they have here on the right as well. Thank you, Marissa. That's very kind of you. Really appreciate your kind words. Thankfully, that comes to nothing. Brian Kale makes a mess of it and it comes through to Ali. Robbo just did enough to put him off. Jones to Trent. Salah back to Trent. Gravenberch. Szoboszlai drives it straight at the defender. Girona look to switch it up. Robbo does well. Good tracking back, Andy Robertson. Benjamin Parker, sorry mate, I wanted to bring your super chat up, but our system made it disappear at my end, so apologies, Benjamin. You didn't put a comment in, but thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Benjamin Parker. Thank you. Gravenberch again out. How many years do we have to figure out that we can't get through low blocks? It's been so long, so many managers, well, 2 managers, so many games, and yet a low block still causes us massive problems. It was there, Connor. It was there until I clicked on it, and then it gave me an error message, and then I refreshed and it disappeared. And is that not his first super chat? I think that's what that means. I don't think that was a super sticker. Diaz is getting a yellow card for slipping. Diaz gets a yellow card for actually slipping. Oh my God, that is an actual disgrace. The player knees his shoulder. Diaz slips and he's on the ground. Then the player from Girona knees his shoulder and goes to ground like a little bitch, and Diaz gets a yellow. It should have been a yellow for Diaz getting kicked. That's where do they find these cabbages? If anybody's seen that, you'll know what we're all on about. It's the absolute biggest bit of gimpery you're going to see all season. State of it. Oh, now he's getting card happy. Now Darwin gets fouled by Romeu and the ref gets a card out because he not. Lads, I give up trying to figure out referees. Honestly, they're all mad. Free kick to Liverpool. Almost 10 minutes into the second half. We've gone short with it. Diaz. Jones. Back to Diaz. It's just another aimless, hopeful ball in. This has been a bugbear of mine for many years under both coaches. Is we get to these positions against a low block and we just pump in hopeful balls to a random area low and doesn't give anybody a chance to actually do anything with it. So frustrating watching us playing against a low block. Diaz. Again, he tries to skip past players. He's dispossessed. Well done. Good tracking back from Dominic Szoboszlai. And then what the fuck was that? This is probably our worst performance of the season. Cross in. Oh, unlucky. Better that time. Ball breaks. Jones. So, Curtis, a low block is when a team sits back and defends deep, often giving you the wide areas, making it very narrow and congested, basically making it very difficult for you to have any space in the box or pick a way through. They will back themselves to defend the crosses from wide areas. But yeah, it's frustrating. Where'd that one go? Take Diaz off. He's done nothing, said Curtis. Thank you for your super chat, mate. And why can't we shoot from outside the box, said Harry Klein. Statistically, shooting from outside the box doesn't yield very many goals, but I get your point. So, the modern trend is to try to shoot and cross particularly from a half space. So the space in between the edge of the 18-yard box and the 6-yard box, if you drew a line up the pitch like that, that's, in modern football, the area that apparently has a higher success rate of putting in crosses from than a wider area. So try to utilise those half spaces And with Liverpool as well, we use a lot of underlapping runs to attack that space. Robbo, again, look, another aimless cross. No, he's made no subs yet, mate. None. Jones now. Back. Ball in from Robbo. Again, it's just another fucking hope for the best punt in. Robbo, hit it! Straight at Gazaniga, makes the save, corner. There was an appeal in there for a pen, but it didn't look like a pen on first look. Let's have a look at it again. That's probably as much of a penalty as we've seen in... I don't know. That's it. I probably... He blocks him from kicking the ball, but he puts his body in between. I don't know. There was a knock. Difficult one. So Diaz is pulling back his leg to shoot. And I think it's Van de Beek steps in between him and the ball, blocking Nunes' leg from kicking it, and does make contact with him. It's hard to see what makes Diaz's left leg fall, though. Hang on. Ref's explaining to the two... Oh, ref's going to the monitor. Ref's going to the monitor. Ref's being called over to the monitor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a penalty. It is. Now that I can see that, he stands on Diaz's left boot. Yeah. So he stands on Diaz's left boot. Yeah, that was a great angle from behind there. You can see it. I wondered what made his left leg go down, but you can see it in the replay. He stands on his left leg and his boot, and ref gives a penalty. So again, I wasn't sure at first, but there was a great angle from behind that you can see. He does stand down, takes Diaz's boot off. There was that much, I guess, pressure on the back of it, which is why his left leg went down. And I was wondering what made his left leg fall initially, but that replay from behind was a very, very good replay. And the referee was called over, had a look at it, and didn't take long to make his mind up. So Mohamed Salah stands over the penalty. Gazaniga, former Spurs goalkeeper, in goal. I've got the chat paused, so I can't get any spoilers. Salah starts with a straight run up, which he'll arc last moment. I think he's going to go centre with this, personally. Steps up. Scores. Mohamed Salah, 1-0. Gets in, Mo. 1-0. Salah from the penalty spot. Sends the keeper the wrong way. 1-0. He's now just one goal away from equaling Billy Liddell in the 4th place of the all-time Liverpool goal scoring charts. Salah from the penalty spot makes it Liverpool 1, Girona 0. So, runs up. And he goes to our left, slightly off centre. And the keeper goes the wrong way and he tucks it in. Well done, Mohamed Salah. Let's have a look. Yep. Keeper guessed, went the wrong way, and Salah just tucks it nicely into the corner. Make it Liverpool 1, Girona 0. All we need now is a little dancing alien. Because we don't blame it on the sunshine. We don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. I just can't control my feet. I just can't control my feet. Sunshine, moonlight, good times, boogie. I always do have a little chuckle when I think people who are with us maybe for the first time and they're like, why has this gobshite got a dancing alien on the screen? Long story is the answer, folks. Long story. But he's our pet alien called Nulon Voider. So long story short, right? During the COVID season, when Liverpool were winning the league and were walking away with it, and you had loads of people who were just wanting the league null and voided just to stop us winning the league. Remember that? Well, we decided we need a little mascot to say, fuck you, to all of them. So we came up with what was Howard the Dancing Alien, who we've now turned into Nulon Voider. And he was our way of saying, two fingers up basically, to everybody that wanted the league null and voided. Hence, Nulon Voider. Nullum voided. Nulon Voider. So that's where that all came from. And every time we tried to take him away, everybody says, where's Nulon? Where's Nulon? So, 25 to go in what has been a rather forgetful game on many accounts. So, Mohamed Salah is now on 50 Champions League goals, including qualifiers, and 44 goals in a Liverpool shirt in Champions League games for Mo Salah. At least now we've got the breakthrough. Girona are going to have to be a little bit more ballsy. So if you ever see me behind on the screen behind me running along with an alien, that's the guys of 4 Tunes did that cartoon up for us. The guy you'll see in the background behind me and Nulon running across the screen. The guys of 4 Tunes did that for us. So one more for Salah, one more to go, and then he moves level with Billy Liddell in the 4th place in Liverpool's all-time goal scoring chart. Craig, I remember using Spondulics. Oh, Josh. Yes, mate. They were the days. That was back in the Twitch days. Yeah, well in, man. Yeah, I love those. I love people like yourself, mate. OGs who've been around a long time. Matthias said 4 Tunes is so funny. It is brilliant. And do you know what? Of everything our channel's achieved, right? My son didn't really... Nah, not arsed. But when I was on 4 Tunes, my son thought I was a hero. So that was a proud moment for me, because he loves 4 Tunes. Girona on the attack now, left side, blocked again by Gomez. Liverpool looking to play out from the back and made a bit of a mess of that. Girona one-touch passing is so good, we have to admit, said Will. Well, they are playing with a manager who plays that kind of Barcelona-esque style of football. And I think Pep Guardiola's brother is very, 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 very high up at Girona as well, if he's not one of the chairman or part owners or something. I know it's owned by the City Group, but I'm sure Guardiola's brother has a part to play in it. Again, Diaz getting fouled, ref giving him nothing. He books Diaz for getting kicked in the shoulder and then doesn't give him a foul when he gets fouled again. An absolute spoofer. And didn't initially give the penalty, by the way, either, when Diaz was fouled. So, there's nearly 5,000 people in the live chat, which is awesome. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Jones. Robert, Mohamed Salah from the penalty spot, my friend. Mohamed Salah from the penalty spot. Trent. Salah. Trent. Salah. Back to Joe Gomez. Lockie said I sub. Likes one, mate. Appreciate you. No worries, Robert. No worries, bro. Salah. Back to Grafenberg. Again, Liverpool just playing keep ball here, and eventually a stray pass gets picked up by Girona and cleared, but only as far as Joe Gomez. Gomez, back to Grafenberg. Certainly would expect Arne to maybe have a little look-see at the bench now. Maybe get Elliott on, give him 20 minutes, get Cody Gakpo on. Goal kick, Girona. Oh, Gakpo's kitted out, ready to come on. So Darwin coming off to be replaced by Cody Gakpo. So just to confirm, Darwin Núñez coming off to be replaced by Cody Gakpo. Let's see if this means Diaz central or Diaz left. Let's wait and see what happens there. Stargirl said, I too have been unwell and I'm having a banana buddy for tea. Nice, nice. Well, whatever works, whatever. I guess whatever you can keep down, isn't it, when you're sick? Rob, how are you, mate? Thank you for your super chat, Rob. Rob said, I'm American, so sorry for my ignorance. Which trophy is top priority for any given season? Is the Premier League more coveted than the Champions League, for instance? Rob, don't be silly. You don't have to apologise, mate, from where you're from. Or it is a perfectly valid question, Rob. So I'm a little bit different, mate. I like the Champions League. That's my number one priority every year. But most people, and we actually voted on this the other night, 80-something% of our audience felt like the Premier League is your bread and butter, and you know, you can get lucky and win a Champions League to some extent, but you can't fluke a 38-game league season. So most people would answer the Premier League, mate, but I'm just a huge fan of the European Cup, Rob. And thank you for being with us. Appreciate you, sir. Be lovely if we got both, though, wouldn't it, Rob? That would be the dream. Imagine that in Arne's first year as well. Ooh. Oh, I have a question, Rob, that I'd like to pitch back to American viewers. And now, excuse my ignorance, Rob, but how can MLB give out such big contracts? So I just seen that some guy's about to sign a $600 million, I don't know, 10, 15-year contract or something. How can Major League Baseball, probably the most boring sport in the world, and every time I look at it, grounds are half empty, how can they afford to pony up that much dough? Was it Soto, or I don't know the guy's name, who's about to get that big contract? I just seen it on the news yesterday. That's mad. That is like big money. I know it's a long deal, but big money. Ethan TikTok said, do you think Alisson will play against Fulham? Yeah, I think he's back in now. I think he'll be playing week in, week out. It's 760 million. Wow. Fuck me. And basically people are saying the owners can put in as much money as they want in Major League Baseball, and there's a lot of TV rights deals as well. It's crazy, like. I get the point about games, actually, because they do play a ridiculous amount of games in a season, don't they? But that's yeah, I was surprised, because you see them in the NFL and stuff, and you think, alright, fair enough, like, but every time I see a Major League Baseball game, the crowds are half empty. So it's a mixture between owners can basically put in what they want, big TV rights deals, and the length of contract being 15 years as well, which sounds mad. Another thing that confuses me, if I may show my ignorance again, is in NFL, when a quarterback or whoever signs a new big deal, and they say it's X amount with X amount guaranteed. Can you explain that to me? Because I get confused by it. So, like, we know if Liverpool sign a new contract for Salah and he's on X amount a week, it's going to work out to X amount. But in the NFL, I always see X signed a new contract worth 300 million over blah, blah, blah with X amount guaranteed. That confuses me. There are incentives and options. It's complicated with the NFL. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, like, because, yeah, it is confusing to me as a newcomer to the NFL. So signing bonuses, incentives and stuff like that. Nice. Thank you for explaining it, by the way. I really do appreciate all your input. Gravenberg. Look at him. He is just a press-resistant machine. You can get cut in the NFL also. Well, that was going to be my next question, actually. So, Harvey Elliott coming on for Liverpool here. Harvey Elliott coming on for the Reds. So here's one more quick question for you on the NFL. You know the way the Giants just cut their quarterback, Daniel Jones? How did they do that? Because was he not signed up to a big contract over 4 or 5 years or something? I'm sure I'd seen Daniel Jones signed a big deal and then he was cut. How does that work? Jones for Elliott, by the way, for those who are asking. I just had to rewind it back to get that. Jones for Elliott. Sacred said, just like that, he fired. That's mad. Ball through from Girona. Alisson comes out and claims it. They only pay the guaranteed amount. When's Canade back? We believe he will hopefully be back before the end of this month. But don't quote me on that yet. It's like being fired. So you can sign a contract, but you can still get fired. That's mad. What's the point of the contract then if you're going to get fired? Because a footballer, if he signs a contract, you're getting that amount over the lifetime of the contract. That's nuts. He still gets his guarantee. So they've just pissed away a load of dough then. They've gone full Man United. Fair enough. Now I get it. Gakpo, cross, blocked, ball back. Gakpo flicks it on again. Diaz wins it now. Out to Elliott. Elliott to Salah. Salah tries a curler. Can't quite get the purchase on it and it goes wide. So he still gets the guaranteed amount, even though he's got binned off. So they basically just splodged a load of cash. That's mad. Ref brings this back. It's going to be another booking, this time for Joe Gomez. A bit of a late challenge from Joe. Can't really argue with the yellow. So Gomez goes into the referee's book. So Salah won the PFA Premier League Fans Player of the Month as well. Thank you, Mark, for sending me that on. Congratulations to Mo on that. What do I think of the Lille game? Well, I'm going to at least, so I'm hoping it's going to be a decent one. Yes, Roger, it isn't great. It isn't a great performance. Not at all. You know, we've been gifted a goal from the penalty and the rest of the performance has been bang average, to say, you know, that's me being polite. If we win, we qualify. Yes, that is correct. A draw may even do it. So the Boffins reckon 16 points will get you top 8. If we win this, obviously, we're on 18. So that's guaranteed. Back with Ali. Ali goes long. Do I watch the NBA, the NHL? No, I don't. Just the NFL. By Chechich on the bench against PSG. Thank you for that, Cam. Gomez steps in. By the way, there will probably be no live stream tomorrow night. Just as a heads up, on our schedule it's down as a night off tomorrow. So there will be a video coming out with David Lynch. There'll be a news video as well. But other than that, I think we're taking the night off streaming tomorrow to allow everyone to watch the Champions League. Girona on the attack again. Out to the box. Strike blocked. Hopefully we can exploit some of this space now as they're going in search of something from the game. 81 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock now. Still 1-0. That goal came from the penalty spot from Mo Salah. Cross in. Van Dijk heads it away. And Szoboszlai then hooks it away. Come on, Gakpo. Come on. Right, switch it. Boys. Elliott keeps it in on the far side of the pitch. Trent. Xenon said, ain't no way I slept, accidentally missed 82 minutes. You missed nothing, bro, honestly. You missed nothing. Other than Salah penalty, it's been a frustrating game. Elliott. That's a foul. Free kick about 25 yards out. Dead centre. Right in Trent territory. Elliott tries to dribble across the front of it. Gets brought down. This is prime Trent territory, this. This is perfect area. If yeah, this is perfect positioning for Trent. It's far enough out that you should be able to get it up and down as well. So fingers crossed he does something decent. He hasn't had a great game, although not many players have. So Trent's over it, places the ball. It's hitting the wall. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it hits the wall once. That happens a lot. Trent over the free kick. Here we go. Oof. Corner. Gets it up and down and Gazzaniga makes a save. So he gets it up and down over the wall. Gazzaniga comes across. It probably needed to be another foot or so over to the left, but gets it up and down. Keeper makes a save and it'll be Liverpool corner. Not a bad effort from Trent. Is Goatmez playing? He is, yes, and he nearly scored in the first half. Right, Trent gives the signal. Cross in, deep, straight into Gazzaniga's hands. Not great. They try to take a clearance very quickly and Alisson comes out. Clears it and dinks it to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai back inside the Gomez. Gomez comes under a bit of pressure, gives it to Robbo. Robbo to Virgil. I don't know what Alisson was doing there, but he plays the ball behind Robertson and it goes out for a throw in to Girona. Who's man of the match? Jeez, Marv. Slim pickings, bro. Slim pickings. We don't vote man of the match, you guys do. So in a match reaction, you guys will get a chance to do two things. Vote for your man of the match, and you'll also get a chance to submit your player ratings. Connor, if you're listening, there was a suggestion yesterday to say on the player ratings for the audience, can you round it up to the nearest half point so it's more in tune with ours? So if you want to vote for either of those, keep an eye out in the match reaction stream. We'll have a poll for man of the match and we'll have a link that you guys can go and submit your player ratings in, and they'll be included then in my player ratings video later on. We'll compare yours and mine. Gakpo, he's dragged back. That should be an easy yellow, ref. So we've asked about the rounding it and it's been a residing no. Everybody wants it kept as it is. So there you go. So we're keeping it as it is. You've spoken, Connor's spoken. We're keeping the player ratings as it is. Stevie Boy, thank you mate for your super chat. Said average performance, take the win, Alisson man of the match. Well, you'll get your chance to vote on that. He will be in the vote, won't he, Connor? Yes, he will. For the man of the match. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go in what has been probably the most forgetful game for us so far in this season's Champions League. Elliott. To Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Dinks it in behind looking for Salah. Salah pulls it back across and the offside flag goes up. Free kick Girona. He was miles off as well. Right, here comes Watoro. Coming on to replace Luis Diaz. So Wataru Endo coming on for the last 2 minutes plus stoppage time to replace Luis Diaz and hopefully shore up that Liverpool midfield. Girona put it straight out of play, and it'll be Liverpool throw in on the far side. Is Gakpo on? Yes, he came on, Aaron. Came on for Darwin Núñez around the 72 minute mark, I think. Robbo, I don't know who that was to. That was a shocking ball forward. He goes back to Alisson. Alisson plays it to Wataru. He's under pressure. Goes to ground. Referee says free kick Liverpool. Right, we're in the final minute of normal time. This would guarantee us a place in the top 8 and, of course, a place in the round of 16 without having to play that qualifying game. And oh, by the way, I agree with everybody saying a win is a win. Absolutely. You never turn your nose up at 3 points, however it comes about. Craig, why is referee in Europe so much better than the Premier League? I think this referee today, Owen, has been a disgrace. To be honest, mate. I think the referee's been absolutely dog shit. Do I watch Formula 1? No, I don't. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. So 4 minutes between Liverpool and win number 6. Alan said always the referee. I didn't blame the referee on anything. I didn't bring up the referee. Somebody asked me a question and I answered it. I don't know what you want me to say, Aaron, or Alan, excuse me. But, you know, when Diaz gets booked for slipping and getting kicked in the shoulder, I'm going to say the ref hasn't been great. Didn't blame it for that. Only brought it up because somebody asked me a question. So I don't know what you're crying about. If that's a foul, goes through the back of Cody Gakpo. Am I going to watch Usyk Fury? Oh, yeah, absolutely. 100%. Right. We go along with this one. Gakpo wins the header. Szoboszlai gets crowded out. Ball's back with Gazzaniga. We're almost 2 minutes into the 4 minutes. Do I like boxing? I love boxing, Scout Stewart. Boxing and football are the 2 sports in my life, mate. Go to loads of boxing shows as well. Been to see AJ fight in Spurs Stadium. Been to watch Josh Warrington in Cork. Been to watch Katie Taylor a few times. Been up in Belfast to watch Carl Frampton. Yeah, I love boxing. I was brought up around, my dad was in gyms and around a load of fighters and stuff like that. Like Joe Egan was a good friend of my dad's. Known Joe Egan since I was a child. How was Núñez? It worked hard but missed some chances again. The usual, mate, unfortunately. What about MMA? I watch a bit of it, but I don't understand a lot of the intricacies of mixed martial arts. compared to boxing, which, you know, I have a bit of more grounded knowledge of. We're in the last minute now of stoppage time. Szoboszlai brings it away as Liverpool look to break. We've got a 3-on-3 here at the minute. Salah, Szoboszlai, back to Salah. It's deflected and it'll be a corner to Liverpool. That's a penalty, surely. That's his hands, right? Oh no, hit his knee first. Hit his knee first. You can't give that as a pen, lads. Hit his knee and then onto his hand. That would be very harsh. Right, it's over. The referee blows up. Liverpool have beaten Girona by 1-0. A result that means it is 6 win from 6 in the Champions League. Arne Slot's men sit atop of the table with a perfect 18 points from a possible 18. 2 games to go. Lille at home and PSV Eindhoven away are the final 2 games of this season's Champions League format. So yeah, wasn't great. Wasn't a great watch, but job done. Mohamed Salah continues his great goal scoring form this season. Liverpool have kept another clean sheet in the Champions League, which I believe is now 5 in a row. So onwards and upwards now. Next up, obviously, Fulham this Saturday. But don't go anywhere, because we will be back with our match reaction in 60 seconds time, where you guys will also get a chance to vote for your man of the match and submit your player ratings if you'd like them to be included in our player ratings video. And I will be back in 60 seconds. Also, just before we finish up, a reminder that we were brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. You can get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra or anything else at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping by using our code Anfield20 at checkout. That's Anfield20 to get your 20% off and free shipping. Right, I will see you in 60 seconds for the match reaction. It was going to auto bring you there anyway, so you don't need to worry about that. But again, thank you. Do drop a like before you head off. Let's see if we can get over 2,000 likes. And if you haven't subbed, you know what to do. Right, my friends, see you in 60 seconds.